iconic Sun Bowl Stadium on the campus of UTEP, the site of tonight's matchup between the Miners and the Louisiana-Monroe Warhawks on ESPN+. Andy Morgan alongside the former UCLA Bruin Ed Stansberry. Paige Wood's going to be joining us on the sideline momentarily. And Ed, a really interesting game early in the year for both of these teams who have two second-year head coaches respectively. Bryant Vincent leads ULM, and he's still really trying to figure out what he has in this Warhawk football team.
Yeah, Andy, Coach Vincent told us yesterday he's seen both sides of the spectrum. They opened with a decisive win over an FCS team in St. Francis, then ran into Alabama in week 2, losing 73-0. That's about as big a jump as you can make in college football. And now his quarterback, Aiden Armenta, steps into another challenge. Coach Vincent says Armenta is a gamer. He took his lumps last year as a freshman, playing all 12 games. But tonight he'll have his hands full against a UTEP defense that disguises well, down, and loves to be physical. Oh, by the way, the UTEP defense ranks number 4 in the country with tackles for loss.
Yeah, they held Texas and Arch Manning to just 27 points last week. Offensively for the Miners, head coach Scotty Walden has been hit hard with injuries on that side of the ball. Cam Thomas, UTEP's top playmaker, out for the season. Walden needs to see his quarterback, Malachi Nelson, take the next step in his maturation.
Absolutely, and I got a chance to watch film on Malachi this week, and the former 5-star can make every throw, deep outs, posts, fades, both with velocity and touch, but where he's still growing is the decision-making in this high-tempo offense. We've seen some turnovers early this season, Andy.
And for more, let's send it over to Paige Wood.
Injuries are a factor in tonight's game. We're losing star player Cam Thomas, and Kenny Odom, he's going to be a game-time decision. UTEP is also down 2 of their top linebackers, but the good news is head coach Scotty Walden says he thinks that this team has what it takes to fill in those gaps. On the other hand, ULM is looking at bringing in 2 of their top receivers, but their biggest challenge tonight is facing UTEP's defense, as they are confident, hungry, and ready to keep their Sun Bowl Stadium alive.
Paige, thank you very much as we are underway here at the Sun Bowl, and I think that's going to be quite the mistake there for UTEP. I believe that was Nick Henry who actually fielded that kickoff, and more or less running out of bounds fielding that kickoff. If they would have just let that go out of bounds, UTEP would have had much better field possession at their own 35-yard line. Instead, they're going to start out with the football here at their own 12. A mental error there early, Ed.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Scotty Walden talked about, was eliminating shooting yourself in the foot, the mental errors. You can't have that.
When you do the math, it's about a 23-yard setback for the Miners here early on. Malachi Nelson has the snap, and the give will go to Wilson. And Hassan Wilson has a minimal gain. In fact, might have even lost a yard there on first down. It'll set up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, inside zone play there. Noah Flemings, the linebacker, way to fill that gap. Great play to start on first down.
Miners back up with it early. This is Emery now on the carry, and Emery able to push forward and gets a couple. Make that Wilson. Wilson still on the carry there. We saw a lot of Hassan Wilson in that second game of the year against UT Martin. Also saw a lot of Ashton Emery. Those will be the 2 featured back for the Miners in this football game. A 3rd and 9 early here for UTEP, as Wilson will motion into the backfield. Offset with Nelson, who has the snap. ULM rushes 3, and the completion there, and it's going to be a first down for the Miners. Completion there going to Eric Willis III.
This is a great job by Malachi Nelson, seeing the field, hitting the comeback on the sideline for the first down. That's the execution Scotty Walden talked about in seeing this game with Malachi Nelson.
3rd down's always a huge aspect of this football game, and here comes the rush for the Warhawks. Nelson's going to take a shot down the seam, and nearly a one-handed snag there, looking for a flag, not going to get it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, as we take a look at the replay, slot fade just over the outstretched arm of the Miner receiver. Malachi definitely wanted to have that one back.
Looking for Trayvon Tate on that play. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. And Zenwa, the motion man, the give will go to Wilson. Wilson will cut it up, and he'll put his head down and gets 3. And it'll set up another 3rd down and long for this Miners offense, and the opening 2 minutes of this football game. Miners will empty the backfield here. You got 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Nelson the snap, and you got whistles. And I think we're going to get a timeout before the snap for the Warhawks. And that is exactly what we have. Monroe, Louisiana-Monroe, just making sure they get their ducks in a line here on a big 3rd and 7. When we return here in the opening 2 minutes of this game, UTEP Miners in Louisiana-Monroe. Big 3rd down for the Miners coming back. Out of that timeout, UTEP setting up for a 3rd and 7. You got a bunch set here to the bottom of your screen. Nelson has the snap. ULM rushes 3 over the middle, and UTEP's got the first down. The completion there, and still going. Big old Judah and Zenwa with the reception, and a big gainer there for the first down.
That is an awesome job as we take a look at the replay. Malachi Nelson hitting the seam to Zenwa, and then Zenwa showing that strength, getting the ball down the field with the yards after catch.
32-yard reception there for Zenwa as the Warhawks bring pressure. Nelson flush to his right, looking, and will just throw this one at the feet of his intended target, and that'll set up 2nd and 10.
I really liked the decision there by Malachi Nelson. Remember last week versus Texas, had the interception throwing back across his body. The Cardinals send for a quarterback there, just spiking in the ground. Moving on to the second play.
UTEP will line up in the pistol formation. They'll shift. Loading the blocks is the Warhawks. Play action, Nelson. And that's a completion. Once again, this time, able to hook up with Jalen Brown for another Miner first down.
Big-time catch from the 6'1", 185 redshirt freshman from Nacogdoches High School, getting in the action early.
Pickup of 20 on the play. Miners nearing the red zone here. On the move. Play action once again. Nelson looking middle of the field. He's pressured, and he's going to go down. Dumped on the play there by Dylan Howell, who comes up with the sack.
We talked with Coach Vincent yesterday, and it's almost 100% blitz on the fringe here where they're at in the field. That's a great play by this Warhawks defense coming up big time.
Yeah, they like to come after the quarterback, that's for sure, especially the further that their opponents get to the red zone. Play action again, and the completion there for Malachi Nelson as he finds Wandame Davis Jr. on the reception.
Yeah, initially it looked like Malachi was going for the stop route, but he hit the slant with Davis Jr. behind him.
This is an empty set here for the Miners on a 3rd and 10. Then you see the shift there. Wilson will line up in the backfield. You have 10 on the play clock. Miners bunch set. Nelson has the snap. ULM rushes 4. Nelson looking, going to take a shot to the back of the end zone. He's got a man, and going up and making the catch for the touchdown is Jalen Brown. 23 yards for the UTEP touchdown. And hold on. You got the penalty marker down. You just heard it, a holding call on the Miners. And that'll negate the touchdown. And not only will it negate the touchdown, it pushes them back another 10 yards. Where all of a sudden you're nearly out of field goal range. A holding penalty there on the Miners.
Scotty Walden talked about having explosive plays, having that penalty just kills that. It kills the momentum. Let's see what Malachi dials up for this 3rd and long.
Likely see a play here, just try to get back in field goal range. That's exactly what you get on the screen pass to Wilson, but Wilson's got some room to work with. He's up the right sideline, cuts it back, and is down inside the 10-yard line, but that'll be a UTEP first down. The Miners looking to just get back into field goal range. Instead, they get the first down and goal to go.
Yeah, take a look at this replay, middle scheme with Hashawn Wilson. He has blocking out front. Good job by the offensive lineman and Hashawn Wilson just making guys miss.
23-yard pickup on the play as Wilson will now get the carry, give him a couple. We saw a lot of Cam Thomas in the UTEP opener at running back before he went down with a season-ending injury. It was Ashton Emery in that second game, despite a couple really long runs by Hassan Wilson, who has cemented himself now, and he goes up and over the top. He's inside the 5-yard line, and he'll set up 3rd and goal to go for the Miners.
I really like the patience on that run by Hashawn Wilson, letting him get into his blocks, then trying to hit that edge.
The give will go to Wilson. Wilson puts his head down, pushes forward and into a wall there that is the ULM front 7. And now you're going to have 4th and goal and decision time here for the Miners. I think if you ran it there on 3rd and goal from the 4, the plan is to go for it on 4th and goal.
Yeah, and you know, that's a tall task with this ULM defensive front as we see a personnel change coming.
Got an injured Warhawk on the play. Make that an injured Miner on the play. One of the offensive linemen, I didn't see a number, trying to check it out now. But you'll have a 4th and goal from the 4-yard line when we return. The UTEP Miners are driving with Malachi Nelson at quarterback, but a big play coming up. 4th and goal from the 4 when we return. UTEP's opening drive has been a good one, but they find themselves 4th and goal from the 4-yard line, and fixing to go for it is second-year head coach Scotty Walden and company. That injured Miner on the play that came off was the right tackle Jake Utley, who went into the blue tent. Came off very gingerly. We'll check the status of Utley. I believe it is Juan Camacho Jr. who's back in at his spot there. something to keep an eye on for the Miners here on 4th and goal, who will line up with 3 wide receivers set, 1 tight end. And you have Ashton Emery checking into the football game at running back. 4th and goal from the 4. Nelson has the snap. They go play action. Booting to his right, looking in the back of the end zone, and it is off the hands of his intended target. That was Torek Goins, who had it and lost it, and the Miners will turn it over on downs.
Missed opportunity by the Miners here. Play action bootleg sprint out, ball placement, hit him in the hands. You got to come down with that catch. ULM makes it out of there with no points on the board.
Really good throw there from Nelson.
On target.
Especially rolling to his right. So the Miners opening drive, 94 yards of total offense on that drive. It started all the way back at the 12. And they're unable to come away from it with points. Remember, they had the touchdown called back because of the holding call. And then the missed opportunity there for Goins, as you got a whistle. Penalty markers down. You're going to have a pre-snap penalty, I believe, going against the Warhawks here.
That's one thing Coach Vincent talked about is we're not worried about UTEP. We're not worried about conference play. We're worried about ourselves. And you know, the mental errors, the mistakes, the execution, that's where he wants to see Aiden Armenta, this offense, this team make the stride this game versus UTEP.
Aiden Armenta, 2nd-year starter out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Went to La Cueva High School in Albuquerque. Also began his college career at the University of New Mexico, which of course is where Bryant Vincent was assistant coach. And how about this? We got a foot race here, and streaking down the sideline, gonna run out of juice is Tyrell Reed Jr., but a huge gain on the play all the way down to the UTEP 24-yard line.
Talk about explosive plays. Just in this little inside zone play, puts his foot in the ground.
I take it back, that's Dorian Lewis.
And go, the former El Paso Andress product.
76 yards huge on the play there for Lewis. Lewis, also UNM transfer, and as Ed just mentioned, played some high school football here at nearby Andress High School before transferring to Rio Rancho, where he finished out his high school career at Cleveland. As the pitch there on the outside, now reversing ground and coming back the other way. Here we go. This is Braylon McReynolds, who has a Warhawk first down.
This is a great job changing field position. Play initially going out left, a little toss, and he bounces back all the way across the field, breaking leverage as he makes his way out of bounds. Good explosive play by this Warhawks offense early.
After that 72-yard run, if you're UTEP here, just trying to do anything to be able to hold the Warhawks to a field goal here. Armenta has the snap, looking left, throwing in the corner of the end zone. He's got his man, and that touchdown. God on the receiving end from Aiden Armenta. 12 yards on that touchdown connection for the Warhawks.
That was an absolute dime from Aiden Armenta. A little corner route to the corner of the end zone, perfectly placed. Well caught ball, 6 on the board. ULM is on the board.
Armenta with just a start here to Godfrey, who had his man beat. And ULM strikes first. And it was all set up by the 72-yard run from Dorian Lewis, as the PAT is up and good. And you can hear a pin drop here at Sun Bowl Stadium as UTEP goes from trying to get points out of their opening drive to Louisiana-Monroe striking first, 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Days are a grind. Traffic, overflowing inbox, missed calls. Your weekdays deserve better. And this October, Conference USA is bringing better straight to your living room. Weekday CUSA is back. Conference USA is here to make your weekdays fun again. Enter a world of college football bliss. Treat yourself to touchdowns, turnovers, and the thrills that come with weekday CUSA football. CUSA is the star of the show weeknights all October long. Don't miss 1 second of the action.
Audi El Paso introduces Acceleride. Buy, sell, and trade your vehicle anytime, any place, all at your pace. Audi El Paso's Acceleride is the easy, safe, and secure way to buy, sell, and trade your vehicle without ever leaving your home. Acceleride is designed with transparency and convenience. Take the anxiety out of the process and let us deliver your vehicle to your door. Acceleride. Buy, sell, be happy. Shop online now at AudiElPaso.com.
In sports, every second counts. Just like in a crash, where lives change in an instant. And you need a team that moves at game speed to tackle insurance giants, to fight for maximum compensation. At Caesar Ornelas Injury Law, we're champions for injury victims on and off the field. We fight to win.
Mountain Star Roofing is a proud sponsor of UTEP Athletics. Trusted as one of El Paso's leading roofing companies, we deliver top-tier solutions for commercial buildings. From TPO, EPDM, and metal roofing systems to leak detection, preventive maintenance, and emergency repairs, we've got your business covered. Call 915-881-4446. From rooftop to bleachers, Mountain Star Roofing supports UTEP Athletics with pride.
ULM strikes first in this football game. They lead UTEP 7-0 here on Heroes Night at Sun Bowl Stadium. Get all the ESPN college football in one place with the all-new ESPN app. Unlock with the ESPN Unlimited plan or log in with your TV provider. As I mentioned, Heroes Night here for UTEP. If you couldn't tell, UTEP wearing those special digital camouflage jersey in honor of Heroes Night. And this UTEP team, they also play a very special tribute to nearby Fort Bliss, which of course is one of the largest Army posts in the entire country. That's just a hop, skip, and a jump over here from Sun Bowl Stadium. All of their special team units are named after different brigades there at Fort Bliss. So for instance, the kickoff return team, they call it the Thunderbolts from the 4th Battalion, 70th Armored Regiment. Their motto, strike swiftly.
A lot of former and active duty service members in attendance tonight, and we obviously want to thank them for their service and all they do for us here in El Paso and around the world.
Yeah, I believe you had the Major General who had tonight's coin toss. As you got play action here from Nelson. Nelson looking intermediate, and he drops a dime right over the top. And here we go! Trayvon Tate's gonna go the distance for the UTEP touchdown. 73 yards. Nelson finds Tate, and UTEP is 1 point from drawing even.
Explosive, explosive, explosive. Malachi into Trayvon Tate. Scotty Walden said Trayvon Tate was gonna have an increased role with Odom out, and that is what you want to see. Next man up mentality, catching the ball, taking it the distance. Excellent job by Trayvon Tate, finding the end zone. UTEP on the board.
We have an injured Warhawk on that play. That is the pause right now. But how about the throw from Nelson? Because in terms of your progression, Ed, and we heard that a lot from head coach Scotty Walden in our pregame meeting with him, working his progressions. I assume the #1 read was the guy in the flat who was open, but Nelson, that's that maturation that you want to see from a quarterback. He goes to his second option there and really just was able to just get it right over the top of the defender there.
And that is exactly what Scotty Walden told us. You know, he told Malachi, don't panic if your first read isn't there. Trust what your eyes are seeing. Move to your second and third read. He finds Trayvon Tate down the sideline, and Trayvon does the rest. The 6 foot, 180 pound, 5-year senior out of Ernie PA getting his 6 on the board. I know he's feeling good.
The injured Warhawk on that play was the nose tackle, Levante Jacobs, who is very slow to get off the field, being helped by the training staff as well as a teammate. We'll check on the status of Jacobs as UTEP will line up to kick the extra point to try and draw even. A lot of action here in this opening quarter for the Miners and Warhawks as Carlos Arreola has the PAT up, and it is good, and we are all tied at 7. Quite the action here as Malachi Nelson finds Trayvon Tate for the 73-yard touchdown strike. We're all tied at 7 with 7:27 remaining in the first quarter. Seven all here at Sun Bowl Stadium. Take a look at the pass from Nelson. I tell you what, another inch underthrown, and that ball is tipped instead. Puts it right on Tate, that intermediate route. And Ed, you were talking about this is a certain concept.
Yeah, it's a flood concept. You have your short, your medium, and your long, your deep threat. And Malachi Nelson, he has his arrow route, his first level there, but you always, as a quarterback, want to take a peek downfield, and that's where he sees Trayvon Tate. Scotty Walden play fearless, fast, and physical. That is fearless play by Malachi Nelson, an inch over the defender's hand to get that completion and touchdown.
Here is the kickoff, fair catch waved at and called. And the Warhawks will take over, looking to answer that score from the Miners. Of course, the Warhawks on their opening drive got a big 72-yard run by Dorian Lewis that set up a touchdown pass for Aiden Armenta, as he was able to find Jake Godfrey for the touchdown. ULM will have the football at their own 25-yard line to begin their second possession of this football game.
Fun fact about Dorian Lewis, he's not the only Gatorade Player of the Year on the field, also along with Malachi Nelson, but Gatorade Player of the Year in high school in New Mexico.
This is Lewis. Lewis trying to break a tackle, unable to do so, is taken down on the play. Miners a little short-handed on defense here, as the tackle there was made by Ashad Hall. Miners without Garrett Hawkins and Joshua Rudolph in this game, two of their top linebackers.
Yeah, Scotty Walden talked about the depth that he had with his front seven, and they are digging into that depth for this game with Ashad Hall, Tyler Scott, Izinye all stepping up to fill the void with those guys out.
Also look for Jaden Wilson to be playing a lot of snaps for this UTEP defense here tonight. Armenta gonna keep it himself, calling his own number, trying to bounce it outside, and he's got absolutely nowhere to go. Coming up and making a play there. That was Cody Lowe coming up from his safety spot.
Yeah, take a look. This is a great job by Cody Lowe, not letting Aiden Armenta get outside and break his contain. Great textbook open field tackle.
So now you got a 3rd and long for ULM. Motion man was Godfrey. Armenta in the pistol formation, looking to the sideline. With 4 on the play clock, the Warhawks got to go here. Play clock hits 0, no flag. Armenta flush to his right, looking to take a shot now, and that play is going to be broken up. Good play on the football there from Justin Content, who deflects it away, and the Miners defense forcing a 3 and out.
This UTEP Miner defense, the defensive line have been taking all of the notoriety to this point in the season, but how about this secondary play? Staying with the receiver, getting the pass deflection, excellent job. Getting his hand on the ball also, for this Miner defense.
Really good job getting his head around on that and locating the football. Here comes the Warhawk punt. As it is away, that'll go to Willis. Willis has the return, makes 1-man miss, makes 2-man miss, and here we go. He's out across midfield and out of bounds, and Miners are going to start with the football in Warhawk territory. Good looking return there from Eric Willis.
If you're not familiar with Scotty Walden's and his special teams unit, they're not called special teams, they're called Wefence. And the Wefence making plays, changing the field position, excellent setting up this Miner offense.
And if we go back to our Heroes Night theme, the punt return unit for the Miners, nicknamed Blackhawks from the 1st Squadron, 1st Cavalry Regiment. Love that he's got nicknames for all these special team units. Really, really cool, paying homage to Fort Bliss. As that was a dangerous pass, trying to get the screen set up on that play to Davis. Ball was deflected up in the air. Miners fortunate that lands incomplete.
It's pretty interesting to see as we see UTEP's offense and Malachi out there. Tempo not as fast as what we saw last week versus University of Texas. Slowing down, a lot of formation changes and shifts before they get into their play.
This will go to Emery. Emery has pickup of 8 on the play. Some fancy footwork from Ashton Emery. 5'11" redshirt freshman out of Dallas, Texas. 3rd and 2 here for the Miners. Bunch set, give goes to Emery. Emery trying to bounce it outside, and the second effort's going to get him the 1st down.
I love every time I see a running back like Emery making the first guy miss. At the Division I level, you got to be able to make that first guy miss, and that's what Ashton Emery did to get positive yards.
How about this formation? You got 3 offensive linemen. They set up the screen here, and the completion going to Brown. Give Brown a pickup of 5 on the play. I'd love to know what that formation is called. You had 3 down linemen, everyone else out to the numbers. Miners once again working in this tempo offense. Nelson, play action pass. Throwing it on the sideline. That pass is going to be intended for Brown. It's off his hands and incomplete. Had some zip on that thing from Nelson.
Yeah, timing route looked like your normal curl or stop route, about 8 yards down the field, trying to get that 1st down. Looked like good placement there, just couldn't bring it in.
You have 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen. 3rd and 5 for the Miners. Here comes ULM with the blitz, the completion there, and the 1st down. Doing a really good job there is Nelson on the blitz, and he finds Tate. We heard from head coach Scotty Walden multiple times. He loves it when the opponents are bringing pressure.
Yeah, and that's a great job with Malachi replacing the ball with where the blitz is from to get the first down.
Emory doesn't have any running room there as the ULM defense stands tall. No gains, 2nd and 10 now for the Miners. We are under 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter of this football game. 7-7 our score. Had an early touchdown for the Warhawks. Miners answering with a touchdown of their own. Nelson has the snap, pump fake. Now looking for his tight end and Zenwa. And that was an uncatchable ball, and it sets up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that was well covered by this Warhawks secondary. Kind of looked like Malachi just put that out of bounds away from any danger. Moving on to the next play, 3rd and 10 for the Miners.
And ULM showing pressure. They bring pressure. Now rolling to his left is Nelson across his body, and that's going to be out of bounds, incomplete. And I think you're going to have the Miners field goal unit out here with a chance at 3. That's exactly what you're going to get. So the Miners had good field position to start this drive and started out the drive really well, but stalling here. And that's going to set up a 40-yard field goal attempt here from Carlos Arreola, a native here to El Paso, product of Clint High School. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and it flutters wide left. And the Miners unable to come away with points for the 2nd time in Warhawk territory. Looked like a good snap, looked like a good hold. Arreola just missed it. 2 of 3 coming into this game.
That ball looks like it got tipped, Andy.
Yeah. 40 yards certainly well within his range as you take another look. Yeah.
That could be the big number 90, Jaden Hamlin, 6'5", 325, getting his hand up on that ball.
And now you have the Warhawk offense. Armenta play action, and he's got a man down the field on the corner route and completing it. Or did he? Yes, he did. Completion there to Jake Godfrey. And that's into Miner territory.
What a throw and catch. The concentration from Godfrey to bring this in, tracking that ball into his hand. Excellent explosive play for the Warhawks coming out this drive. 35 yards on the completion.
Aiden Armenta has looked really good in this opening quarter. Big completion there. Starting out this football game, 3 of 4 for 63 yards and the touchdown that went to Godfrey. And some running room here for Braylon McReynolds, and he's going to go the distance for the ULM touchdown. Braylon McReynolds takes it 40 yards out, and the Warhawks retake the lead.
Let's take at this run, look at this run by McReynolds, puts his foot in the ground, gets north and south, making the UTEP defender miss. Hash, number, sideline, touchdown. That's how you draw it up. Excellent run.
Man, that happened. That happened quick. Braylon McReynolds, I don't even think he was touched on that play until he made Xavier Smith miss on that cutback. PAT is up and good, and ULM has a 14-7 lead. And they have featured 2 very good running backs, Braylon McReynolds and Dorian Lewis in this game. Of course, Lewis had the 72-yarder that led to the touchdown pass from Armenta to Godfrey, and then McReynolds going the distance there from 40 yards out. Miners having a tough time stopping the run here.
McReynolds, not the biggest running back, 5'7", 190 pounds, but you saw on that last run, he's shifty, can put his foot in the ground and get north and south, and had the speed to accelerate. The running back out of Mobile, Alabama, showing how to do it from the backfield. Braylon McReynolds with the touchdown.
ULM has only ran 8 offensive plays, but they got 14 points, and that's split down the middle. 4 runs, 4 passes. Those 4 runs have generated 110 grounds in this 110 yards on the ground in this opening quarter.
Aiden Armenta, Andy, their last game, they had a bye week last week, was against Alabama. Aiden Armenta only 28 yards passing. Maybe you can expect that when you're going up against Alabama. He is looking great so far tonight.
Got the squib kick and pushing forward to the 29-yard line. And that is where UTEP will take over. Nick Henry on the return. So we'll see how the UTEP offense responds. Looked good their last time out. Throwing the football with Nelson. Missed opportunity on the field goal miss from Ariola. They'll start out with it now at their own 29-yard line. Wilson is the up back. Motion man is Willis. Here comes pressure. Nelson looking, pressured, and he's going to go down. Sacked on the play there, as there was nowhere to go with the football, and it's Cam Canterbury with the sack.
Canterbury showing off that size and strength. Coach Vincent talked about this defensive line this week, and the entire defensive unit execution and discipline. That's a great job by this defense, making a play, getting a sack on Nelson.
Loses 9 on that play as the give here goes to Wilson. Wilson able to get about half of that back, and it'll set up 3rd and long. So you got 3rd and 13 here for UTEP. They'll go empty. Wilson now will shift into the backfield, as does Nzenwa. And you got too many people moving at the snap of the football. That's going to cost the Miners another 5 yards. I think you had Davis there, unsure of the play, looking for some instruction from Willis, and was moving right when Nelson called for the snap. So now you got 3rd and 18, and we'll see what UTEP decides here, and see perhaps if they just try and give their punter, Noah Botsford, some extra room.
ULM defense trying to improve on their 3rd down percentage.
They bring forward Nelson to the near sideline, and it's too tall for his intended target, looking for Jalen Brown, and the Miners go 3 and out. Good looking stop, a good looking series there for ULM.
Yeah, DeArco Perkins McAllister with the coverage there. One of the more versatile players on this ULM defense. Ball off target, out of reach, but you could see Perkins McAllister there, ready for the ball to make a play.
Coverage was good. Godfrey is back deep to return, and a very good return man for the Warhawks. He's dangerous. Botsford's punt is a boomer. It's going to hit at the 20, but it takes a ULM bounce, and the Miners will down it at the 25. Godfrey unable to field that punch just because it was such a good one, but got an unlucky bounce there. And the Warhawks will start out with it on the 25. Explosive plays have been the story of this first quarter for the Warhawks. It has led to 2 touchdowns and already 173 total yards of offense for the Warhawks.
Coach Bryant Vincent serving as the play caller for this Warhawk offense.
Two receivers set, 2 tight ends here for the Warhawks on 1st and 10. Armenta has the snap. The give goes to McReynolds. Make that Palmer Smith with his first carry, and he's going to get some help from his big boys up front. Push him forward, give him 13 on the play, and Zach Palmer Smith's first carry of the game results in a first down for the Warhawks.
Yeah, the third back we've seen already for this ULM offense, Zach Palmer Smith, the 6', 210 senior, getting his first carry.
Palmer Smith remains the back. A 3 wide receiver set for Armenta and the offense. Trying to come away with more points. The give goes to Palmer Smith. Smith's trying to cut it back. That is how this first quarter will come to an end. Neil Campbell on the tackle on that play. And we have played 15 minutes here at Sun Bowl Stadium with the ULM Warhawks leading the UTEP Miners 14-7. .15 minutes done here at Sun Bowl Stadium with ULM leading UTEP 14-7, and it's been the big play offense from the Warhawks in that opening quarter, Ed, and something that UTEP hasn't really done on the defensive side of the ball is give up the big play, especially what we saw last week against one of the most prolific offenses, or at least coming into the season, who we thought was going to be a prolific offense, and the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about in the show opening, this defensive unit for the Miners, number 4 nationally with tackles for loss, but have given up those explosive plays for ULM. So give credit to ULM and Coach Vincent. They have come out, and they have come out swinging.
UTEP ran 28 plays in the opening quarter. just 10 plays for the Warhawks, yet it's ULM leading 14-7. That tells you, really speaks to the big play capability. Is speaking of big play, McReynolds putting his head down and rumbling ahead for a pickup of 13 and a first down.
McReynolds might have took offense to me saying he's a little guy, but he's running like a big monster there with a powerful run up the middle. Great job by Braylon McReynolds. Great physical run.
Something to also keep in mind for this ULM offense, they lost Nick Trujillo as well as Brandon Buckhalter in fall camp with injuries. This is their first action of the season. You see Buckhalter there to the bottom of your screen. The give goes to McReynolds, cuts it back, makes one man miss, breaks another tackle before he's finally stopped, but not until he picks up 9 on the play. McReynolds doing a good job. That one cut and go.
Yeah, and this offensive line is getting the job done against UTEP minor defensive front. Q McBroom, Reese Steele, Elijah Fisher, Jay Mickle, AJ Vincent moving the line of scrimmage, allowing Braylon McReynolds to shift and move to get the positive yards.
Second and 1, anything in the playbook is an option here for the Warhawks. The give goes to Palmer Smith, who leans forward, gets 3 on the play, and that's good enough for a Warhawk first down.
Coach Vincent talked about Tyler Griffin, one of their big wide receivers, 6'4", 210. Look for him to be a big target for Aiden Armenta.
Interesting here, you have Hunter Herring, who's lined up in the backfield. As you got the end around here, and out across the 20, nearly loses his footing. Instead, he's gonna steam his roll into the end zone. Jonathan Bibbs on the end around is good for 35 yards. And ULM now up 2 scores.
Let's take a look at this play, Andy. The end around, the toss from Armenta, making a man miss, swirling and turning, loses his balance, then uses the momentum of the defender to boost himself in the end zone for 6. That's how players make plays.
I was distracted by the 2 quarterbacks in the backfield. You had Aiden Armenta as well as Hunter Herring lined up to his right, both in the game, and instead you had their action going to the right, and you had Jonathan Bibbs going the other way, 35 yards for the touchdown. As we check the penalty marker, regardless, the touchdown will stand. Mistake there by your quarterback, Armenta. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff, but nonetheless, ULM has come in and silenced Sun Bowl Stadium, taking a 21-7 lead, and the big play continues to be a factor on offense for the Warhawks. As Bibbs goes 35 yards for the score, 12:42 remaining in the second quarter.
At UTEP, everyone has the opportunity for an incredible future. With 170-degree programs, unparalleled research opportunities, exceptional affordability, and scholarships, UTEP students are ready to take on the world and achieve their dreams. Enroll today and pick your future at UTEP.
Every hit counts, but the hardest ones don't always happen on the field. When a car crash turns your life upside down, when an 18-wheeler changes everything in seconds, you need more than a lawyer. You need a team built to win. At Caesar Ornelas Injury Law, we fight for the injured. Car accidents, truck wrecks, life-changing injuries. We've recovered over $1 billion for our clients. No fee unless we win. When life hits hard, we hit harder. Call Caesar 915-800-0000.
Audi El Paso introduces Acceleride. Buy, sell, and trade your vehicle anytime, any place, all at your pace. Audi El Paso's Acceleride is the easy, safe, and secure way to buy, sell, and trade your vehicle without ever leaving your home. Acceleride is designed with transparency and convenience. Take the anxiety out of the process and let us deliver your vehicle to your door. Acceleride. Buy, sell, be happy. Shop online now at AudiElPaso.com.
Mountain Star Roofing is a proud sponsor of UTEP Athletics. As one of El Paso's top roofing companies, we specialize in protecting your home from the top down. From leak detection and prevention to preventive maintenance, our team handles it all. We offer expert service, maintenance, and repairs to keep your roof in peak condition. Call 915-881-4446. From rooftop to bleachers, Mountain Star Roofing stands with UTEP.
ULM leading 21-7 here in the first half, and the big play has been special for this Warhawk offense. They've run just 14 plays, and it has resulted in 21 points, 247 yards of total offense in those 14 plays. If you do some math, Ed, they're averaging nearly 18 yards per play right now.
Well, Coach Vincent's plays for victory that he wanted to get done tonight: quarterback play, physical run game, red zone execution, check, check, and check, Andy.
They have been special, wanted to also be very balanced, and certainly have done that as well. Of those 9 running plays, yet 6 different guys have touched the football. As the return here for UTEP is out across the 35-yard line, but not much after that. Once again, Nick Henry on the return, but didn't have a whole lot of running room there. So
it'll be interesting to see if Scotty Walden and this UTEP offense get back to that high-tempo offense that we've seen throughout the early part of this season.
UTEP's no slouch either in this football. They have 188 total yards of offense themselves, but of course you had their opening drive that ended up being a turnover on downs in a 4th and goal to go situation. You have the missed field goal, so for the Miners it's been missed opportunities as Ashton Emery couldn't find much room there, picks up 1 on the play. Goins checking in for UTEP. He had a big game here 2 weeks ago on a touchdown reception, as Nelson's had to look to other options in this offense without some of his top playmakers. Emery once again gets the carry, and he'll put his head down for a pickup of 3, and that'll set up a 3rd and 5.
UTEP lining up almost in a tight bunch formation, something you would see on the goal line or short yardage, trying to move that line of scrimmage.
Really interesting too. We mentioned Cam Thomas out for the season for UTEP. Kenny Odom was questionable coming into this game. We saw him in uniform, warming up, looking like he would play in this football game, but I haven't seen number 6 out there for the Miners at all. 3 wide receiver set here on a 3rd and 5. Nelson has the snap, looking, and that was nearly intercepted, looking for Goins on the play, and seemed to be off with his receiver there. And now you're going to have a 4th down, and UTEP's going to send out the punting unit.
Yeah, timing just wasn't there on that play. Malachi Nelson coming up with the incompletion as we take a look at the replay. Just a little out route.
Godfrey is back deep to receive the punt from Botsford.
Malachi Nelson came up limping on the sideline on that last play.
Not Botsford's best effort here as the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 24-yard line. That's where ULM will take over leading 21-7. (21-7) ULM leads here in the second quarter. 11:06 to play. Got a situation here on the UTEP sideline as Malachi Nelson came off and is currently in the blue tent. As you see, perhaps one of his own guys, once in his own offensive lineman, getting pushed up onto him. It was hard to tell exactly what he came off with, but it was a limp.
Yeah, and he's left the blue tent, Andy, and jogged into the locker room. You know, maybe they'll retape him or take a better look, but he was able to jog into the locker room with the UTEP minor trainer.
Got a run there. Not much to work with this as Dorian Lewis gets one on the play. UTEP defense has to come up with a stop. They have just been gashed here in the opening half.
Scotty Walden leaning on the leadership of middle linebacker Micah Davey there in the middle.
Second and 9 here for the Warhawks. Nope. Armenta calling his own number, and he is just met with authority there. Close to a first down is Solo Barnes.
Take a look at this replay. Read option. Aiden Armenta does a great job of even fooling our cameraman and getting the ball upfield, but it's completely knocked back. That is a UTEP minor KEB knock him back tackle.
Good run from Armenta, just didn't quite had enough there as Solo Barnes just met him right at the marker. This is a direct snap going to the backup quarterback. This is Hunter Herring, who has a big gainer but loses the football. And the Warhawks look like they got back on top of it. And they did. You have Julian Nixon, Johnny on the spot, coming up with the recovery, but not after a gain. 19 for Herring and a first down.
Hunter Herring showing his athleticism as a backup quarterback, but just the ball stripped out of his hand. And luckily, Julian Nixon, the tight end, there to recover the football. That was close.
Solo Barnes, once again, the minor, coming up with a big play for the defense. Unfortunately, UTEP unable to come up with that recovery, and you have a Louisiana-Monroe timeout at the 9:03 mark. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay with you as once again the Warhawks drive in on this UTEP defense. Armenta to start this game, 4 of 5 for 98 yards, a couple scoring tosses. One to Godfrey, and on the jet pass to Bibbs, a 35-yard touchdown, and then 7 different ball carriers for the Warhawks, totaling 176 yards on the ground, led by Dorian Lewis, 3 carries for 74 yards. He had the big 72-yarder on the Warhawks' opening drive. First and 10, Warhawks on the other side of midfield. Armenta gives the ball there to McReynolds, and McReynolds tries to string it outside. Doesn't get a lot. There is a penalty marker down, and you're going to get a face mask here, it looks like, on UTEP's defense.
Yeah, as we take a look at this play, it looks like Udoka Eziani is flagged for the face mask. As you see it right there.
Almost look you could get the holding call there on AJ Vinson. Doesn't work out for UTEP as Eziani is flagged for the 15-yard face mask. McReynolds has the carry again. He's out across the 30 this time. Pickup of 5 on the play.
I really like, you know, in meeting with Coach Vincent yesterday, he really didn't know the identity of his team, of this offense. And we've already seen, you know, both Armenta and Herring getting reps in at quarterback. We've seen 3 different running backs in the rotation. He's really testing guys out to see who can make plays for this ULM offense, and it's paid off for him.
Have a meeting of the minds here at the 40-yard line with our officials. Not entirely sure what we're discussing here. Looks like a game clock adjustment as they put another 19 seconds on the game clock. Second and a long 5 here for the Warhawks. Palmer Smith is in at running back for ULM. 3 wide receivers set. Keep an eye on Godfrey in the slot. The give goes to Palmer Smith. Smith trying to cut it back, but he runs into a wall of defenders. No gain on the play, and that'll set up 3rd and 5 for the Warhawks. Let's get it down to Paige for an update on Malachi Nelson.
All right, here's that Malachi ran off with a possible injury, but it seems that he was back on the sidelines, warming back up, and his helmet is still on. He may go back in the game.
Paige, thank you very much for that. We'll keep an eye on Nelson. Certainly would be a big loss for the Miners, but you know he's not coming out of this football game unless it's something serious. And we have a whistle and a timeout here for ULM. We are also going to step aside. A big 3rd down coming up in this football game for ULM. They lead it 21-7.
Audi El Paso introduces Acceleride. Buy, sell, and trade your vehicle anytime, any place, all at your pace. Audi El Paso's Acceleride is the easy, safe, and secure way to sell and trade your vehicle without ever leaving your home. Acceleride is designed with transparency and convenience. Take the anxiety out of the process and let us deliver your vehicle to your door. Acceleride. Buy, sell, be happy. Shop online now at AudiElPaso.com.
In sports, every second counts. Just like in a crash, where lives change in an instant. And you need a team that moves at game speed to tackle insurance giants, to fight for maximum compensation. At Caesar Ornelas Injury Law, we're champions for injury victims on and off the field. We fight to win.
Mountain Star Roofing is a proud sponsor of UTEP Athletics. Trusted as one of El Paso's leading roofing companies, we deliver top-tier solutions for commercial buildings. From TPO, EPDM, and metal roofing systems to leak detection, preventive maintenance, and emergency repairs, we've got your business covered. Call 915-881-4446. From rooftop to bleachers, Mountain Star Roofing supports UTEP Athletics with pride.
Third down upcoming here for this ULM offense that is on the move once again on this Miners defense. As you take a look at Malachi Nelson, who on the previous possession for UTEP's offense, slow to come off the field, as referenced by Paige Wood, came out of that blue tent, helmet still on. He looks like he's ready to go, but the attention now is on defense for the Miners, trying to come up with a third down stop. We'll call it 3rd and 5, and you got 4 wide receivers here to the bottom of your screen. Once again, you have Hunter Herring, the backup quarterback, as well as the starter, Aiden Armenta, in the same backfield, and I don't think UTEP liked what they saw there, and you get a timeout now for the Miners.
Yeah. It looked like both head coach Scotty Walden, defensive coordinator for the Miners, Bobby Daly, didn't like what they saw. And they were out about the numbers when they called that timeout, trying to figure out what's going on, making sure they have the right plan in place. I would think pressure here in this part of the field, really forcing Aiden, taking advantage of him making a mistake.
Either that or possibly the opportunity to come away with a sack and knock the Warhawks out of field goal range. Big play here. Once again, you got Hunter Herring motioning in the backfield. Oh, here you go. He's under center now. He's going to sneak it going forward, and he's actually going to be pretty close to a first down. You do have a penalty marker down. I wonder if Aiden Armenta might have been moving before Herring took the snap. Let's check out the penalty marker here.
Yeah, that flag coming in from the sideline official. Illegal motion.
And he's checking with Scotty Walden whether or not you want to accept that penalty or not. Otherwise, it would have set up a 4th and 2. So, I mean, it's close. A close call here for Walden, whether or not he wants to take the 5 yards. He will take the 5-yard penalty, and it's exactly what I said. You had Armenta was also moving. Well, not really. Just wasn't set. Is that the call?
Illegal formation, so they need to have 7 on the line of scrimmage. It looks like maybe there was only 6. Flag for the illegal formation.
So I was completely off. But hey, nonetheless, it's a 5-yard penalty here for Louisiana-Monroe. So they'll do 3rd down all over again. This time it's 3rd and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Braylon McReynolds is the tailback. Play action. Armenta taking a shot down the sideline, got a man, and unable to come up with the grab there was Rico Powers. Armenta could not have dropped that ball in any better, but Powers unable to haul it in.
And that was Neil Campbell, the cornerback for the Miners, on that coverage.
And once again,
as we take a look at the replay, This was a great throw by Armenta. Dropped it right over the shoulder.
You have a holding penalty on UTEP's defense that was actually called on the play on Neil Campbell, who was in coverage there. And it's going to result in a ULM first down.
I agree with that call. That play there was a lot of hands involved with that, and Neil Campbell, as he was on his hip, looked like he had his hand full of jersey. As you look at Scotty Walden, upset with that call.
He's hot. Once again, the Warhawks on the move. McReynolds nearly has that play blown up as Armenta now going to find an open receiver. It's off the hands of his intended target, Julian Nixon. That should have been another touchdown. Back-to-back passes from Armenta that have been on the money, and the Warhawks just not coming up with the reception.
There is no question Aiden Armenta is on target. Right in the outstretched hands of Julian Nixon. He was falling backwards trying to make that catch. Yeah, difficult to do. But as my coaches always say, if you touch it, you catch it.
2nd and 10 with 3 on the play clock. Motion man is Godfrey. The give goes to McReynolds, and he is met in the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go. And it'll be 3rd and long now for the Warhawks.
This is that Miner defense we've been seeing coming into this game. Number 4 in tackles for loss. Number 4 in the country. Defense, the Miner defense making a play.
3rd and long, we'll call it 14 for the Warhawks as we approach the 6-minute mark in the first half. Lewis is the running back. 3 receivers, top of your screen. Armenta flush to his right, looking, throwing, and it's incomplete. And the Miners get a 3rd down stop on defense. And now decision time here for the Warhawks. And we'll see if this is within Max Larson's range. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense out. No.
Looks like the PAT field goal unit coming on the field. That was a great job by that Miner secondary, covering the receivers downfield. And this defensive front, Izziani with the tackle for loss the play before, and then getting into the backfield, pressuring Armenta.
This is actually Luke Stagg who is lining up for a 45-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and it is perfect. Luke Stagg drills the field goal there from 45 yards out, and it makes it a 3-score ball game under 6 minutes to play in this opening half.
And that's Stagg's long field goal for the season. Coming into tonight was 1 for 2 with the 32-yarder in week 1 against St. Francis. Coming in clutch.
That's a big field goal.
It is.
Make it a 3-score game.
It is.
Score drive there, totaling 10 plays, 49 yards. Took a little over 5 minutes off the game clock. And now if you're the Miners, of course the attention will go to the UTEP sideline to see if Nelson runs out there. I see Shea Smith talking with head coach Scotty Walden right now, with Malachi Nelson not far behind them. We'll see who trots out at quarterback for UTEP, but nonetheless, the Miners need points on this next drive before the half. Remember, Warhawks will get the football as they won the coin toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll receive to open the second half. Once again, you got another squib kick. It is fielded right at the 32-yard line, which is where the Miners are going to start out with the football.
And it looks like Shea Smith, listed as a third-string quarterback, started to run on the field. Skylar Locklear is the backup quarterback to Malachi Nelson, but we've seen Shea Smith.
Yeah, then Smith running out there. Yeah, Skylar Locklear, of course, was last year's starter for UTEP, and coming into the season, it was an open quarterback competition. Really came down to these three guys, and Nelson, Locklear, and Smith, before it really came down to two guys, as the give goes to Wilson. Wilson will get a couple. Came down to Nelson and Locklear before Nelson was named the starter. And interesting to see Smith in this football game, although he has been the guy who's been at quarterback this season when it hasn't been Malachi Nelson.
Yeah, and Scotty Walden has said that, you know, Shea Smith can very well be in the game plan from week to week. He's big, he's strong, he's physical, and he's fast. As you see him there on the RPO keeper. But Scotty Walden has 100% trust in Shea Smith navigating this offense.
Short gain, if any, on the carry for the local product out of Franklin High School, Shea Smith, as he'll face now a big third down. 3rd and 6 from the Minor 36-yard line. Under 5 minutes to play in the half. Smith will keep it. And he's going to be close to a first down, and I think he's going to have it by a couple. Good looking carry there from Shea Smith on the read option play, and the Miners converting on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is a great job by Shea Smith. Reading that end, taking the ball, pulling it, getting it downfield. The UTEP legacy Miner, his father, Paul Smith, played here at UTEP in the late 90s, went on and had a 7-year career. Shea Smith following in his footsteps as he bounces it outside.
Good looking stiff arm there from Smith. Smith actually had UTEP's only touchdown last week in the 27-10 loss to the Texas Longhorns. A rushing touchdown for Smith. That's what it's been so far on this drive for the redshirt freshman.
Shea Smith in high school spent his freshman and sophomore year playing linebacker, and really excelled junior and senior year as a quarterback, using his arms and legs.
Smith this time will pull it, and he's going to take a shot down the field, and it's going to be too tall. Was looking for Willis on the play. I think once again you had another one of those RPO options. Ends up throwing it, and just too tall for Willis.
Yeah, that's a great job by ULM's free safety, Carl Fontroy, getting on top of that go route, almost getting the interception.
Yeah. Safety coming over and making a play on that deep ball as well. So 3rd and 9. Got a doubles formation here for UTEP. Emery, the running back. Smith has time. The throw low to the sideline. We'll see if they give him the completion. They do. That's Goins with the catch. You have the side official now coming over. He confirms the call, so you got a catch, but it's 3 yards short of the first down. So a 4th and 3 now. That was right at the boundary. Ruling the inside part of that knee from Goins. Lands inside, and now you have a formation shift for UTEP, and I think we heard about this in our pregame meeting with head coach Scotty Walden. A lot of offensive linemen out there on 4th and 3. Miners got to go, 2 on the play clock. Smith has the snap, gonna try and bounce it outside, and he is met in the backfield. Andre Mack coming up from the safety position to stop Smith in the backfield, and now you got flags after the play, a scuffle right at midfield, but Andre Mack coming up with a great open field tackle.
Yeah, Smith tries to take it up inside to bait the defense and bounces, but there goes the ULM defense. Mack coming in and making the play. That Miho package that you talked about, Andy, over 3,000 pounds of beef on that field. Scotty Walden saying he was going to use it in short yardage and goal line situations.
Wow. How about that? So it looked like the flag was thrown after the play. You thought, especially with the scuffle that we saw around midfield, that there was something extracurricular. Instead, no flag there, and it ends up being a 5-yard penalty for the Warhawks and an automatic first down here for the Miners, or I should say good enough for a first down for the Miners.
Yeah, big momentum swing for the UTEP Miners, and if you're ULM's defense, you make a big play like that and then get caught with 12 men on the field. Again, that's a formation and package and personnel that Scotty Walden hasn't put on film yet this year.
No. Interesting to see it on 4th and 3. As Shea Smith tried to bounce it outside, was unsuccessful, but the penalty marker results in a first down for UTEP. Smith, empty backfield, quick throw and nearly intercepted. Probably should have been intercepted on that play. And once again, we got, make that the 2-minute timeout. So we will take a timeout as well. UTEP driving needed to come away with points here. They trailed 24-7. Two minutes to play in this opening half with ULM leading UTEP 24-7. The storyline right now, Malachi Nelson on the sideline for the Miners with what looked like a lower body injury and has not returned. It has been that Shea Smith leading the Miners down the field on this drive, aided by a big Warhawk penalty on a 4th down that resulted in a first down for the Miners. That's where we stand right now. 2nd and 10. Ball is at the ULM 45-yard line. As you have the end around here going to Tate, and Tate is stopped in the backfield. Had absolutely nowhere to go on that play. It's Canterbury coming up with the stop.
Yeah, Canterbury doing a good job of not letting UTEP get outside of his leverage, making a big play for a tackle for loss.
So 3rd and long for the Miners. Emery is in the backfield with Shea Smith and Zinwa, the tight end. Smith has the snap. Penalty marker down. This could be a free play going up top for Goins. And too tall, a little too much on that throw from Smith. Let's check the penalty marker and see if it was in fact a free play. It was. Penalty on that play by
Shea
Jaden
Smith.
Hamlin.
Yeah, you mentioned Eddie. Shea Smith has a touchdown last week versus Texas. This is the most snaps he's taken through the first 3 weeks of play. Definitely the most passes he's thrown.
Once again, Emery is lined up in the backfield with Smith. Receivers bottom of your screen. As that is Davis and Tate. Have not seen Kenny Odom out there. Miners really down their top 2 receivers with Kenny Odom out as well as Cam Thomas out. And before the play clock expires, UTEP will take their 3rd and final timeout of the half. So both teams with no timeouts remaining in this opening half. 1:13 to play. Shea Smith on this drive has carried the ball 3 times for 11 yards. He's got to prove to this Warhawk defense that he can throw it a little bit, so they soften up there in that front 7.
Right, two career touchdowns. We talked about the one last week versus Texas. He did get some action last year and had another rushing touchdown, a 3-yard touchdown. Redshirt freshman, Franklin High School, right here in El Paso, Texas.
It's worth noting, again, Nelson is on the sideline, helmet is on. Smith here will keep it, and he's got nowhere to go. Met at the line of scrimmage, and now it's going to be 4th.
This Warhawk defense is flying around. Cavante Wells, Mosley, Hamlin. Execution and discipline, that's one thing Coach Vincent hammered.
Got about a 22-second difference on the play clock and the game clock. Again, both teams with no timeouts, and the Miners will elect to run it. And we'll see if they end up going for it here on 4th down. They do. Play action, Smith rolling to his right, taking a shot and too tall for his intended target. Looking for Tate on the play, and he overthrew it. And ULM will take over on downs with 28 seconds to work with.
Yeah, off target, play action, sprint out. We talked about that 3-level read. This is your sail route. Just off target here by Shea Smith, the redshirt freshman. He'd like to have that one back.
Most certainly. We'll see what ULM decides to do here on offense. They start out with the football in good field position. Luke Stagg hit from 45 yards out on a field goal attempt last time out. Instead, McReynolds will get the carry. He bounces it outside, cuts back, and is at midfield. There is a penalty marker down. As it stands, it's a pickup of 9, but we'll check the marker. It is holding on A.J. Vinson, so that'll back him up 10 yards, and I think you're going to see Bryant and company be comfortable here with taking this one to the locker room with a 3-score lead.
Really impressed with McReynolds, even with that penalty, that last run. He is a shifty running back.
And there you see clock expires here in this opening half, and it has been all ULM as here's some boos in this Sun Bowl Stadium. The Warhawks leading the Miners 24-7 at the half. Welcome back to Sun Bowl Stadium. Andy Morgan alongside Ed Stansberry. Ed, you had a half that was really dominated by ULM. 24-7 Warhawks lead at the half, and it's been the big play of this Warhawk offense that's really been the difference in this football game.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game started, Andy. Coach Vincent really didn't know what he had as a team. And, this offense led by Aiden Armenta has had explosive play after explosive play. It's really been impressive to see them tonight.
No doubt about that. And for the Warhawks, it has been not only Aiden Armenta, but their ability to run the football too. That's something that UTEP defense, we saw them play Texas really, really tough last week in a 27-10 loss. They've been gashed up and down the field, especially on the ground.
Yeah, ULM, the Warhawks have showcased 3 different running backs, Arbuckle, Dorian, Lewis, really, really gashing. And let's give credit to the Warhawks offensive line. They have been moving that defensive front for UTEP, changing the line of scrimmage, and that's resulted in positive gains and explosive runs for them. And
certainly something to keep an eye on for this UTEP offense. They moved the ball really, really well. They just ended up coming away with 2 opportunities where they had a 4th and goal to go situation, weren't able to get points. You had the Arreola missed field goal. That resulted in no points for UTEP, but Malachi Nelson goes down with the injury, and they're just not the same offense without him at quarterback.
Yeah, they really lost that momentum. Shea Smith, the redshirt freshman, has been trying to do the best he can in that last series before half, but it'll be interesting to see if Malachi Nelson comes out this second half to get that momentum back, because they need some explosive plays if they want to get back in this ball game.
Down 24-7. We are going to take a look at some first half highlights when we return, as well as some scores from across Conference USA. 30 minutes in the book. The Warhawks leading the Miners 4-7. A beautiful night here in El Paso, Texas. Low 80s to begin this game at kickoff, but it has been anything but beautiful if you're a UTEP fan watching back at home. ULM leading UTEP 24-7 as we take a look at some first half highlights. And this game began with a boom. Dorian Lewis, who went to high school for a couple of years at nearby Andrews High School here in El Paso, Texas, the big 72-yard run, and it resulted in a touchdown pass from Aiden Armenta to Jake Godfrey. We talked about the big plays, Ed, and it has been Armenta, it's been Godfrey, it's been Lewis, it's been McReynolds. Everyone chipping in on this ULM offense.
Yeah, and you got to give love to Armenta, though. He has been on target every time he has thrown the ball, throwing dimes throughout that first half, navigating this offense. Coach Vincent must be happy with his play leading this Warhawk offense.
Over 275 yards of total offense for the Warhawks in that opening half. And of course, the big field goal there from Luke Stagg made this 24-7. As for the Miners, listen, at the beginning of this football game, they moved the ball really, really well with Malachi Nelson in at quarterback. Of course, he goes down and just really haven't been able to do much with the football with Shea Smith under center.
Yeah, you know, Malachi Nelson, you said it, Andy. He was out there making plays, explosive plays to start the game, goes down with the injury, and UTEP has just been flat that second quarter going into halftime. We'll have to wait and see what UTEP offense comes out for this third quarter.
Malachi Nelson, 8 of 17 for 175 yards and a touchdown, compared to Shea Smith when he entered the football game, just 1 of 4 for 5 yards, and of course, missed on a big third down on an incompletion that turned over the football on downs. UTEP has done that a couple times in this football game, including a 4th and goal to go situation where they didn't come away with any points. We're going to take a look at some scores across Conference USA when we return here on ESPN+. ULM leads UTEP at the half 24-7 as you got both teams beginning to make their way out on the field for this second half. Want to cover some scores across Conference USA as well as the Sun Belt. You have Marshall leading Middle Tennessee right now 21-20 at the half. La Tech leads Southern Miss 30-13. That game just about to go final. Texas taking care of business against Sam Houston 55-0 there. And then Missouri State, they beat UT Martin 42-10. Western Kentucky gets a win over Nevada today 31-16. Jack State beats Murray State 45-10. Delaware over Florida International. Remember Delaware's first year at Conference USA, 38-16 as Delaware takes it there. Kennesaw State over Arkansas State 28-21. And James Madison beating Liberty today 31-13. As for scores across Sun Belt, and remember a lot of these games overlapping. Vanderbilt's taking care of business right now against Georgia State. That score 56-15 in the third quarter. Texas State lead Nichols State 35-3, and then earlier in the day it was Georgia Southern over Maine 45-17. Coastal Carolina over South Alabama 38-20, and then East Michigan, they beat Louisiana 34-31. Troy over Buffalo 21-17, and again James Madison beat Liberty 31-13. Take a look at some first half stats from today's game here. Tonight's game against ULM and UTEP, and the one stat that's not on here that was pretty staggering to me, the amount of plays, because UTEP has nearly doubled the amount of plays that the Warhawks run. They're also winning in time of possession, but it's the big play. I know we've harped on it, but the Warhawks, the big play is kind of the great equalizer.
Yeah, you know, the stats don't tell the full story here, and you look at the 184 yards rushing, 98 yards passing. They are explosive plays that ULM has capitalized on to get them on the board.
We got second half kickoff coming up here from Sun Bowl Stadium. Second half about to begin here at Sun Bowl Stadium. The Warhawks leading the Miners 24-7 in that opening half that was just dominated, especially in that second quarter for ULN, who will receive the second half kickoff. So an opportunity to really put some distance out in front of them and the Miners. Kick will go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And ULM will have the length of the field to work with here. Aiden Armenta in that opening half, 4 of 7 for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of those touchdowns going to Godfrey, the other to Bibbs on a little bit of trickery. See that UTEP sideline trying to get up. They need a quick stop and try to swing momentum here. And if you're the Warhawks and head coach Bryant Vincent, really an opportunity to take control of this football game. Armenta swings it out. That's Buckhalter. Buckhalter's got some room, makes one man miss and gets it close to the 40. Give him 14 on the play and a first down on the opening play of the second half for the Warhawks.
Yeah, good first play call of this second half. Buckhalter taking the swing pass, beautiful move, jump cut to make that UTEP defender miss. Move the chains.
Of course, that throw went behind the line of scrimmage, so I believe that is going to count for a carry for Buckhalter, which is now the 8th player on this ULM offense to have a carry in this football game. Armenta with McReynolds in the backfield. The give goes to McReynolds. McReynolds puts his head down but has nowhere to go with it. And once again, it's Udoka Izani who's able to come up with a lot for the Miners.
Scotty Walden in year 2 as the UTEP head coach. This warm-sworn defense still trying to establish that culture and tempo. Fearless, fast, and physical. Let's see if the defense can get a stop.
Second and 9, ball is at the ULM 40. That is Sullivan in motion. McReynolds is the running back. He has the carry, cuts it back, makes another cut, and fancy footwork will give him 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Warhawks.
A slew of minor defenders in there, but it looks like middle linebacker Micah Davey in on the stop, 6'2", 235 pounds, the senior.
And Izani, once again, didn't make the tackle on that play, but setting the edge, forcing McReynolds to cut it back to the middle of the field. Big reason why this is a 3rd and 7 for the Warhawks. Lewis is in at running back. And you're going to get a timeout. We've seen a number of timeouts. I think all 4 of the timeouts that have been called in this football game by ULM have come pre-snap, where they get to the line of scrimmage and either run out of time on the play clock or just don't like what they see.
And Bryant Vincent was absolutely livid that they had to burn a timeout here.
You hear that a lot, and with head coaches too. You use them in the first half, it's not quite as big a deal, but you don't like to use them in the second half.
That's right, and
at least not until late game situational stuff.
Week 4 of the season, you would like to think that Coach Vincent would like to have these things ironed out so they're not wasting these timeouts.
I'll tell you what, though, the Warhawks have been really good coming out of these timeouts. Let's see what they can do here on a 3rd and 7. That is Godfrey in motion. Play action to Lewis. Armenta, you're going to get a holding penalty here. Armenta is going to take a shot down the field, actually nearly connecting there with Godfrey, but you're going to get holding on at least one Warhawk offensive lineman, if not 2 or 3. There's 2 markers down. Make that 3 markers down. UTEP will decline at the holding call going against Nate Sullivan.
See the play action, and yeah, right there. You
Once
see
again,
the holding call, the holding penalty.
Izani causing problems in the backfield for the Miners.
Yeah.
So UTEP's defense giving up the big 14-yard gain to start this possession, but after that holding firm and will force a Warhawk punt. Sky high, fair catch called for and made right at the 20. And we'll see who comes out at quarterback for the Miners when we return. 12:50 remaining in the third quarter. Warhawks leading 24-7.
Insider is the official podcast of Conference USA. Whether you're a diehard alum, a devoted CUSA fan, or a casual sports enthusiast, this podcast is designed with you in mind. We bring you exclusive interviews with athletes, coaches, and insiders, shedding light on the stories and happenings from around the league. Subscribe to CUSA Insider on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Music, or watch the show on YouTube. CUSA Insider, the official podcast of Conference USA.
Audi El Paso introduces Acceleride. Buy, sell, and trade your vehicle anytime, any place, all at your pace. Audi El Paso's Acceleride is the easy, safe, and secure way to buy, sell, and trade your vehicle without ever leaving your home. Acceleride is designed with transparency and convenience. Take the anxiety out of the process and let us deliver your vehicle to your door. Acceleride. Buy, sell, be happy. Shop online now at AudiElPaso.com.
Mountain Star Roofing is a proud sponsor of UTEP Athletics. As one of El Paso's top roofing companies, we specialize in protecting your home from the top down. From leak detection and prevention to preventive maintenance, our team handles it all. We offer expert service, maintenance, and repairs to keep your roof in peak condition. Call 915-881-4446. From rooftop to bleachers, Mountain Star Roofing stands with UTEP.
Every hit counts. But the hardest ones don't always happen on the field. When a car crash turns your life upside down. When an 18-wheeler changes everything in seconds. You need more than a lawyer. You need a team built to win. At Caesar Ornelas Injury Law, we fight for the injured. Car accidents, truck wrecks, life-changing injuries. We've recovered over $1 billion for our clients. No fee unless we win. When life hits hard, we hit harder. Call Caesar, 915-800-00.
UTEP able to come up with a stop on defense. And now the offense will get the football at their own 20. And it looks like Malachi Nelson, who went out late in that first half with what looked like a lower body injury, did not return on UTEP's final possession of the second half, is trotting out at quarterback for the Miners, and they need him in the worst way. You can actually kind of hear the crowd start to clap a little bit. They know the difference. And just as bad as UTEP needed the stop on defense, they need a score here on offense. Motion man is Tate. Nelson has the snap, looking, going, completion there. And Davis on the reception, give him 4 on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to see from your starting quarterback. Start the half off with the completion. Start building this momentum.
We'll see if he's limited at all with the way he uses his legs from time to time as Ashton Emery gets the carry and pushes forward for a couple. It'll set up a 3rd and 4. And Ashton Emery holding that left wrist, and he's going to come off. Marquez Taylor, yeah, coming in for the Miners.
Yeah, Marquez Taylor, 5'11", 171, redshirt sophomore out of McKenzie, Tennessee, Austin Peay transfer.
Trips to the near side, give goes to Taylor, and Taylor's met at the line of scrimmage, only a gain of 1.
Some extracurriculars going on.
Yeah, and a lost helmet there.
No flags.
Tyrese Hopkins, to make that Cedrian Langston losing his lid. And this is a big call here for UTEP. The offense is on the field. I imagine, as I've said before, when you elect to run it on 3rd and 4, it probably means you're planning on going for it on 4th down, but this is a big one. Inside their own 30, UTEP is going to go for it here on 4th down. Nelson has the snap, quick throw, and the completion. Oh, ended up being a drop. Ended up being a drop. Willis looked like he had it, unable to hang on as Carl Funtroy dislodges the football, and ULM will once again take over on downs, only this time they will have the football at their own 27-yard line.
Great pitch and catch, but it looks like he just couldn't hang on to it.
I take it back, that was actually Diarco Perkins McAllister who was able to lodge that ball loose. And this is not what you want to see if you're the UTEP defense. A short field to work with here for ULM. And how about that play? Coming up from making that play, I believe that's Jaden Wilson from his linebacker spot, gets the tackle for loss.
Yeah, Jaden Wilson out of Austin High School right here in El Paso, Texas, gets another tackle for loss, named one of the captains here, first time starting this season, making an impact on this UTEP defense on this drive.
Mentioned at the top of this broadcast, UTEP without 2 of their starters at linebacker. And here's a little more trickery for ULM. And it always comes out of that set too with Hunter Herring. 2 quarterbacks into the game and ends up being a end around on that play. Didn't work though. 3rd and 7 for the Warhawks. Lewis is the tailback. This is Julian Nixon, the tight end. And you're going to get another pre-snap timeout for the Warhawks. And you can understand why. A big opportunity here for ULM to try and make this a game that could be out of reach when we return. 3rd and 8 for the ULM Warhawks, up 24-7. Down coming up for this ULM offense. Before we get to it, let's get an update from Paige Wood on Ashton Emery.
Yeah, it appears that number 1, Ashton Emery, came off the sideline with an upper body injury. He headed into the locker room, so we're going to wait and see if there's any further updates on that end.
Miners already shorthanded in their backfield, now down Emery. See a heavy dose of Hassana Wilson as well as Marquez Taylor. 3rd and we'll call it 8 here for the Warhawks. Out of the timeout, Armenta has the snap, looking on the sideline, and he's got the connection there. Good looking pass to J.P. Coulter, and that is enough for a first down for the Warhawks.
I'm so impressed with Aiden Armenta staying in that pocket, setting his feet, making that throw in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch for the Warhawks to move the ball closer to the goal line.
That was on the near sideline, give him 17 on the pickup, as it is now 1st and 10 from the Miner 13. That is Godfrey, the motion man. He's going to get it on the swing pass, and he'll get it inside the 10. Godfrey has been very active in this offense. For Godfrey, ends up being a 12-yard play. Again, that was to J.P. Coulter, and then give Godfrey a gain of 4 on that play. So now 2nd and 6 for the Warhawks. Miners showing pressure, and now you got whistles and a flag, some early movement. We'll see who it's on. You got Lewis pointing to UTEP, UTEP pointing to ULM, and it's going to be on the Warhawks. Reese Steele flagged for early movement there.
There's a trio of players, Andy, that have made the trip over to ULM, University of New Mexico, where Coach Vincent was. Jake Godfrey, Dorian Lewis, and Aiden Armenta.
Vincent, the offensive coordinators for the Lobos just a couple years ago. Herring fakes it, has the completion, and into the end zone is Nixon in. It was right at the goal line. He's going to be marked out of bounds at the half-yard line. And once again, you have Hunter Herring lining up in the backfield. This time they use him as a passer, and it works to perfection.
The fake reverse end around, toss to Julian Nixon. Nixon trying to get the pylon and pleading his case to the ref that he's got in, but no, down at the 1-yard line.
Of course, got to get that ball inside the pylon. And here you got that's Herring who gets the snap, and it'll work just like a tush push nearly. And into the end zone for the touchdown is Hunter Herring. Herring getting some action as the backup quarterback, and doing so in some interesting formations. This time, nothing really cute about this. The 6'5", 230-pound native to Monroe, Louisiana, coming up with a touchdown that really puts this game almost out of reach for the Miners.
And it looked like the right guard and right tackle, Jay Michael and A.J. Vincent. Jay Mickle with the extra push.
It is up and good. It is now a 4-score lead for the Warhawks, as anything that could go wrong has gone wrong for UTEP Miners. Quite the contrary for ULM. They are rolling tonight, up 31-7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Grind, traffic, overflowing inbox, missed calls. Your weekdays deserve better. And this October, Conference USA is bringing better straight living room. Weekday CUSA is back. Conference USA is here to make your weekdays fun again. Enter a world of college football bliss. Treat yourself to touchdowns, turnovers, and the thrills that come with weekday CUSA football. CUSA is the star of the show weeknights all October long. Don't miss 1 second of the action.
For years, we've proudly supported El Paso. We're driven by family values and trusted for generations. At Fox Auto Team, it's more than a car. It's a promise of performance, of service, and of being here when it matters. It's a legacy we are proud to continue. 3 brands, 1 team, your hometown choice. Fox Auto Team. Experience the Fox difference today.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time.
Tired of juggling multiple vendors for your job site or event? Let Brunson's take the stress out of site setup. We deliver dumpsters, temporary fencing, storage containers, mobile offices, and portable restrooms, all with just one call. No more waiting, no more headaches. From construction projects to large-scale events, Brunson's makes it easy to get everything you need. One call, one stop, done. Simplify your job. Call Brunson's today.
Everyone getting in on the action for the Warhawks. Hunter Herring punches it in from 1 yard out. As you had the play before, he had the completion going for 13 yards. And there you see it, just a calling his own number, getting some help from his buddies.
Yeah, that is a big quarterback, 6'5", 230 pounds. With the help of his offensive line, Andy, that's an easy 6.
Been really interesting to see how they have used Hunter Herring in this offense. He is lined up in a lot of different spots on the field and has made a difference. You got a penalty marker down on the return that goes out to the 22-yard line. Let's check the penalty. UTEP has been plagued by a lot of penalties in this game as well. That's going to cost the Miners another 10 yards.
Yeah, Trayvon Tate, things starting to unravel here for the Miners. Let's see if Malachi Nelson can dial him in. Down 31-7.
I think if you're UTEP, got to go back to the basics. How about just a first down here? Last time out. Last time out, UTEP turned it over on downs at their own 25-yard line. So that was a short field that ULM was working with, and they capitalized with another 7 points on the scoreboard. A lot of time in this football game, but it has gotten away from UTEP. Play action and the completion there for the Miners. That completion going to Trayvon Tate, who had the touchdown for the Miners in that first half that tied the game at 7. It has been 24 unanswered for this Warhawk football team. Good looking throw there from Nelson, hit Nzinwa in stride, and Nzinwa couldn't hold on to it.
UTEP's identity, their offensive identity is that tempo, running the plays, getting up to the line of scrimmage. Malachi Nelson on target, just not executing right now, bringing in the catches for this Miners offense.
UTEP has had a lot of bad drops in this football game, as Nelson's going to take a shot down the field to Davis and drops it in the bucket. Nelson to Davis, and it's across midfield now for the Miners.
Nice explosive play from and Wanda Mae Davis Jr.
34 yards on that connection. Miners line up quickly. Nelson steps up in the pocket, will throw it to the sideline. He's got Tate. Tate goes down and makes the catch. And the Miners, just like that, are on the move here.
Scotty Walden talked about working on Malachi Nelson. Off-platform play, scrambling, getting depth. The receivers going in with their scramble rules. That's good execution right there as they keep this drive alive.
ULM brings pressure, and once again, Nelson looking for Nzinwa, and really neither one of those guys have been on the same page outside of that first half completion that went for 31. You got flags down after the play here. Head coach Scotty Walden looks happy about it. And that's because it's going to go against ULM. It'll cost them 15 yards.
Big break for this UTEP offense. Let's see if they can capitalize and execute with that penalty.
UTEP has had problems in the red zone. They got to come away with 7 here. Down 24 points. So it'll be 1st and 10 because the ball is spotted at the 12. So still able to pick up a first down here. Wilson the up back. Nelson has the snap. He is pressured, looking, gonna tuck it and run, give him a couple on the play. Warhawks bringing pressure there on the play. Nelson had to tuck it and run.
Great decision, Malachi Nelson, not panicking, not forcing a back, using his legs, getting positive yards.
Nelson directing traffic here. ULM showing pressure once again. We'll see if they come. Nelson looks like he's changing the play once he saw the pressure coming. They do bring pressure, trying to look for the short pickup, and instead has to throw it out of bounds. It looked like Nelson there was expecting his receiver to kind of stop it down and find the soft area of the coverage, and just not on the same page there.
No, Nelson was ready to get rid of this ball quick, but the receiver's eyes weren't turned around and winded up having to throw that ball away. Miscommunication here.
Looked like Jalen Brown zigged when Nelson wanted him to zag. So now you have 3rd and 8. Once again, the Warhawks showing pressure. They bring 6 here. Nelson flushed, steps up, looking, throwing out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Wanted Davis on the play, had him, but overthrew him. And the Miners are going to have to settle here for a field goal attempt. As we take a look, the Warhawks bring in pressure. Nelson had what he wanted here.
Great pocket movement here, just a little too much on that in the back of the end zone.
I think just a product there of just knowing that you had to come away with some points. It's a 31-7 game, so you need the 3 at some point regardless. They're going to opt for it here with Carlos Arreola. Kick is up and good. And the Miners, for the first time since that opening quarter, able to put some points up on the scoreboard. Under 6 minutes to play here at the Sun Bowl. And it is now a 3-touchdown game, 31-10. So you see the difference with Malachi Nelson in at quarterback for the Miners and him not in at quarterback. And you wonder, it looked like he had some feet under him, though. We thought maybe with that injury that forced him out of the remainder of that first half that he'd be kind of hampered a little bit by it, but he moved pretty well.
No, yeah, he looked, you know, his pocket movement and mobility Didn't look any different than before he went into the locker room or into the blue tent. So it looks like he's at full strength, and he moved that offense all the way down the field. But what's been missing from the Miners today is execution in the red zone, getting the ball in the end zone, just not having any success with that.
9 plays, 78 yards. A little over 2 minutes off the game clock. And UTEP has to settle for the 27-yard from Carlos Ariola, who will kick it deep here. It's out of the back of the end zone. Maybe not the back of the end zone, but at least the front of the end zone. And ULM will take over on the 25-yard line. Once again, a situation for both teams. Situational football. If you're the Warhawks, objective here has got to be not only to get points, but take as much time off the game clock as possible. And if you're UTEP, you got to come up with some sort of stop here, and a 3-and-out would be a bonus.
Yeah, look for ULM to use this rotation of running backs that we've seen. McReynolds in the backfield now.
Yeah, that is McReynolds, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. You had Jaden Wilson in on that tackle. You also had Cody Lowe coming down from his safety position, loss of 2 on the play.
High sense of urgency for this UTEP Miner defense, and ULM complete opposite, taking their time, getting up slow off of the ground, eating the play clock like you mentioned, Andy. Aiden Armenta is in total control right now.
Armenta looking at a 2nd and 12. The give goes to McReynolds. McReynolds met right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go for McReynolds as he stopped in his tracks. Tyler Scott and a host of UTEP Miner defenders in on that tackle. Also a really good job from Cody Lowe once again.
Cody Lowe getting into that backfield. Great job by him, great play. 3rd and long for the ULM Warhawks.
3rd and 12. UTEP given a lot of space here. You got all the DBs with their heels on the 35. That's where the Warhawks have to have it, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking to get the ball to Nate Sullivan, just trying to dump it off there as UTEP was good in coverage.
Yeah, the Miner secondary playing the chains there. They needed 12 yards, so the safeties and corners were backed off. And that defensive front getting after it, forcing this punt.
I said it would be a bonus if UTEP was able to come up with a 3-and-out, and that is exactly what the defense does here. On to punt the football is Mackenzie Ryan. You have Eric Willis III as UTEP nearly coming away with the block. Willis will call for the fair catch and does so at the 34-yard line. UTEP nearly coming up with the block punt there would have been huge. So back out will come Malachi Nelson in this UTEP offense. Nearly 300 yards of total offense, but just 10 points for the Miners in this football game as we are at the 4:05 mark in the 3rd quarter. I'll say this, when you look around at this UTEP offense, a lot of next men up. No Cam Thomas, no Kenny Odom. Of course, remember Ashton Emery went to the locker room as that ball intended for Wilson, who wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, Malachi Nelson trying to get rid of this ball quick. Hassan Nelson running a simple arrow route, but doesn't get his eyes around, like you said, Andy. Poor execution there by the Miners.
So now a 2nd and 10.
Empty set.
ULM rushes 3. Nelson has the man he's looking for. That's Marcus Torres on the reception. And it'll set up a 3rd and manageable here, 3rd and 4 for the Miners.
Quick hitting stick route by slot receiver Marcus Torres. I believe that's his 2nd catch on the season.
Nelson has the snap once again. ULM rushes 3. And how about the catch there from Torres? Looked like Nelson expecting him to go inside on that route.
Yeah, take a look at this replay. Malachi Nelson throws an absolute dart, little off target, but Marcus Torres coming down with the big catch, sure-handed.
I was about to say, yeah, some of the best hands on this UTEP team. Marcus Torres. Pressure coming here for ULM. Nelson's going to take a shot down the field, and it's incomplete, looking for Willis. Nelson just had to get that ball out and opted for the deep ball and unable to connect with Willis.
Number 7, Malachi Nelson passes incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, whenever you're throwing that fade or go route down the sideline, you always want to give your receiver a chance, an opportunity to make that catch. That ball about 2 yards out of bounds.
So now 2nd and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. The give goes to Wilson. Wilson cuts it back and is able to get 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8. Miners have not had much success running the football in the 2nd half, in large part due to the reason that really can't afford to run the football now, down 21 points with under 3 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. For the game, just 36 yards rushing for the Miners. They go empty here. Now Wilson will shift into the backfield to Nelson's left. We'll see if the Warhawks try and bring pressure in here on 3rd and 8. Rush 3. Nelson looking to his left near sideline, and good looking coverage there on the play. Nope, you're going to get a penalty marker down and a flag. I thought Jaron Esther did a really good job making a play on the football. Official going to disagree.
Yeah, you called that right, Andy. I thought this was textbook coverage by Esther. Surprised to see the flag. Scotty Walden on the field trying to talk to the officials.
And now not going to get a penalty marker, and Walden's got to be careful and just wasn't. Now he's going to get a 15-yarder on him. Not happy that the penalty marker was thrown, and then an official ended up coming over, changing his mind. I didn't see a lot there from Esther.
From our
I'm not necessarily sure if even Walden's arguing the fact that it was a penalty or not, just the fact that a flag was thrown.
Let's take a...
Could have been that Esther got there, at least in the eyes of Walden, maybe a little bit early, but you had both the receiver and the defensive back trying to make a play on that football. I thought it was good coverage. And UTEP's going to have to punt it away on a 4th and 22. Back deep to receive the kick is Godfrey. Punt is away. Godfrey will let it hit at the 25, and it'll roll. Take a Warhawk roll and be down at the 27. And that is where the Warhawks will take over. And now UTEP calling on their defense to try and get another stop late in the 3rd quarter. Trailing 31-10, and Warhawks will likely be comfortable taking this to the end of the 3rd quarter on this possession. UTEP has another penalty called here. It's going to cost them another 5 yards, as on that play you had Cody Lowe ran out of bounds and then didn't come back inbounds.
No calls going for the Miners here.
So now it'll be 1st and 10 from the Warhawk 34-yard line. So pretty decent coverage, and Walden is still giving the officials an earful. McReynolds in the pistol with Armenta. McReynolds has the carry and once again is met at the line of scrimmage. Wilson in on that tackle as well as Lowe.
Coach Vincent telling us, Andy, that this is his 3rd time to the Sun Bowl, played here twice while he was at UAB. But Aiden Armenta, you mentioned being from Albuquerque, I'm sure he has a lot of friends and family and former coaches here at the Sun Bowl tonight.
Actually talking to some folks with Louisiana-Monroe, saying how also that game against Alabama had a lot of family members too, just because Brian Vincent, as the completion here is a big gainer to Lewis. Lewis out across the 40-yard line down at the 37. However, there is a penalty flag on the play. We'll check that. An illegal formation, so that play is coming back. To finish that thought, that game against Alabama, of course, Coach Vincent also coached at UAB, brought a lot of players over from UAB, so felt almost kind of like a homecoming for some of their coaches and players playing at Alabama. And then, as you mentioned, Ed, yeah, a lot of families from the New Mexico area, Albuquerque area, here tonight in El Paso, which is just a short 3.5-hour drive. McReynolds has the football, and he is met in the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go, just in content. Actually, take that back. That's Micah Davey on the tackle.
Yeah, Micah Davey, linebacker. He's been pretty consistent tonight, getting into that backfield, coming up with a big tackle for loss for the Miner defense.
ULM will have to run a play here. You got about a 7-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. So 3rd and 15. Lewis into the game at running back for the Warhawks. And Lewis is going to take the carry out across the 30 before he's tripped up. And the Miners once again will force a 3-and-out, and that is how this 3rd quarter will come to an end. UTEP trying to get something brewing here in the 2nd half. They trail 31-10. 15 minutes to go here at the Sun Bowl. the fourth quarter here at Sun Bowl Stadium with ULM leading UTEP 31-10. And Ed, if UTEP wants to have any chance to get back in this football game, they're going to need to come up with a quick score here.
They're going to need Malachi Nelson and more importantly, his receivers, because Malachi has been on target. He's going to have to utilize them and trust in them to get the ball downfield. Big explosive plays is what the Miner offense is going to need.
Punt is away. This is Willis, who fields it at the 32, and he is met immediately. I believe Daniel Knudsen on the stop there for ULM. Good teams play there. UTEP will have to go some 60-some yards, 67 yards we'll call it. Ball at the 33. You're right. Nelson, who in this football game completed less than 50% of his passes, but we have seen a lot of bad drops from this UTEP team. Play action, Nelson, double move, and he's got a man. It's Tate with the reception. Make it Willis. Eric Willis III coming away with that grab, and UTEP, just like that, is in business.
We talked about Malachi Nelson and having explosive plays. The double move down the sideline, 35-yard completion.
Nelson now looking for, nearly intercepted on the play. Lucky it wasn't, as Funtroy was in on the coverage there as Nelson was trying to go to Davis on the post route. There is a penalty marker down, as you just heard. It's holding on the offense, so that'll set the Miners back 10 yards. Carl Funtroy nearly put an end to this football game. So now 1st and 20 from the Louisiana-Monroe 45-yard line. Tate in motion, the give goes to Wilson. Wilson is stood up and buried. A Marion Ware on the stop, the big 290-pound defensive tackle with some authority on that play.
Sending it back home to Gulfport, Mississippi, making them proud. Big play for the big man himself.
2nd and 19 for the Miners, who from here on out are going to be in 4-down territory. So here on 2nd down, you're likely looking intermediate. Got to get at least 8 or 9 yards here. Play action, Nelson looking, throwing. He's got Davis wide open, and it's going to be a UTEP touchdown. 44 yards from Nelson to Davis, and the Miners get the quick score they were looking for.
Perfectly executed throw and catch by Wandame Davis Jr., the 6'1", 180-pound redshirt freshman. But what a dime from Malachi Nelson. Enough height, enough air on the ball for Wandame Davis just to run underneath it.
Took just over a minute for that touchdown drive, as UTEP looks like they're lined up to go for 2, and now you have a whistle and a timeout taken. Wow. UTEP's going to take a timeout here, and that is, I'm confused on that one. I'm confused why you would go for 2. I'm also confused why you'd waste the timeout. Nonetheless, UTEP is able to get 6. We'll see what they do on the other side of this timeout, down 31-10.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time.
Brunson's does way more than just portable toilets. We're your full-service site solution, from construction sites to special events. Need dumpsters? Temporary fencing? Storage containers and mobile office trailers? Absolutely. Whether you're managing a job site or planning a major event, we deliver everything you need on time and in one place. With Brunson's, it's one call, one stop, and you're done. Call today and simplify your site setup with Brunson's.
For years, we've proudly supported El Paso. We're driven by family values and trusted for generations. At Fox Auto Team, it's more than a car. It's a promise of performance, of service, and of being here when it matters. It's a legacy we are proud to continue. 3 brands, 1 team, your hometown choice. Fox Auto Team. Experience the Fox difference.
44-yard touchdown strike from Malachi Nelson to Wandame Davis Jr. on the double move. And the UTEP Miners, they needed a quick score. That just a minute and 21 seconds off the clock. So they get the quick score. However, really question the use of the timeout there, Ed. A game where you're still down 2 touchdowns and going to need stops on defense. That timeout very well may be needed at the end of this game. They're going to go for 2. I'm not a big analytics guy. I'm not totally sure. I guess the thinking here is if you go for 2 and miss it, at some point you go for 2 and make up for it. And if you get it here, kick a couple extra points if you score touchdowns and you win the game 32-31. That's the only way I can think of it. Here's the 2. Nelson is going to connect with Wilson. And yeah, coming out of that timeout, you better get the 2. The Miners do just that, and it's a 13-point game.
Just like they drew it up, Andy. Yeah, they had to come away and execute there for that 2-point conversion. As we take a look at the replay, play action, Mallard, arrow into the end zone for 2, perfectly executed. Great job by Malachi Nelson getting rid of that ball.
Is that the analytics? So I'm just thinking about this logically now, right? Now you're down 13, you score 2 touchdowns because you get the 2, you end up winning by 1. If you miss the 2-point conversion, you're still down 2 touchdowns, and you just got to go for 2 at some point to try and make up that 1 point to tie the game.
Yeah,
I think.
Your guess is as good as mine.
But hey, UTEP needed the quick score, and they got it. And now you got to turn right back around. The defense has answered the call these last 2 possessions and forced 3 and outs. Looking to do it here. 13-31. That's a lot of time left as that kick will go through the back of the end zone for a touchback. ULM will have the football now at the 25-yard line with, I'm sure, again, the goal to milk some time off the clock, but also knowing that they got to start getting something going offensively because it's been pretty stagnant the last couple possessions.
You're absolutely right. Look for them to get back into that momentum that we saw in the first half, using that run game, using Aiden Armenta and using his arm, navigating this offense, and mounting a drive here against the Miner defense.
Zach Palmer-Smith is the running back who has the carry and will push forward, still pushing forward, and what looked to be a gain of maybe 1 or 2 ends up being a gain of 5. To be honest with you, maybe even closer to 6.
Inside handoff, initial contact from the defensive front, but this ULM Warhawk offensive line continues to drive their feet, gaining yardage, leaving 2nd and 5.
Three receiver set to the far sideline. Motion man is Sullivan. Armenta is going to call his own number, keeps it, and has a first down. And Armenta better be careful there. Signaled first down to the UTEP sideline. You don't want any sort of penalties in a situation like this that's going to set you behind the sticks, because you are in an offense here where you need first downs and you need time to come off the clock.
Yeah, Armenta has to be and maintain the captain of the ship. Stay level-headed and navigate this offense to a victory.
Palmer Smith remains the tailback, has the carry, tripped up after a gain of 2. Big offensive front for the Warhawks. 6'5", 325 is Q McBroom. 6'5", 290, Reese Steele. 6'4", 310, Elijah Fisher. 6'2", 300, Jay Mickle. 6'5", 305, AJ Vinson. Some big boys on that offensive line for the Warhawks.
I could get 5 yards behind that line, Andy. Really impressed with Aiden Armenta's athleticism, as we saw on that run a few plays back.
Get a timeout here for ULM. Think back to the conversation we had with Louisiana-Monroe head coach Bryant Vincent on Thursday, and I asked him, what is the perfect game script for you? If everything goes the way that you want it to go on Saturday, what does that game script look like? And he told us, well, we'd have over 200 yards rushing in the game, and we'd have over 200 yards passing in the game. Well, for the Warhawks, 206 yards on the ground, 140 yards through the air. They're pretty close to that, as really Armenta hasn't had to throw it much here in this second half.
And remember, ULM is coming off a massive loss to Alabama. An emphasis for this offense was to be 100% in red zone. Last year, Brian Vincent said there was too many field goals versus Alabama. Coach Vincent told us the only thing that crossed the 50 was an incomplete pass.
Second down here, McReynolds has the carry, cuts it back up, runs over a UTEP defender, and he is out across the 50. Braylon McReynolds, tough running, gives the Warhawks a first down.
McReynolds showing us his best Marshawn Lynch imitation.
My goodness.
That is a physical 14-yard run.
For McReynolds now, 14 carries for 85 yards and a touchdown. It has been a heavy dose of McReynolds so far on this drive that is now into UTEP territory. McReynolds gets the call again. Tough running once again, gets him 3. That was Cody Lowe on the stop for the Miners, who a little bit slow to get up. That was another massive collision. And that's what you like to see from a running back, right? As the game goes on, you have a guy that gets stronger as the game goes, and that has certainly been Braylon McReynolds, at least on this drive, as Dorian Lewis now checks into the game. Second and 8. Warhawks will take the play clock all the way down. The give goes to Lewis, and Lewis has a couple. And this is going to be a really big third down. We'll call it 3rd and 6. A couple substitutions in this game. Cody Lowe comes out as you get an extra defensive back into the game for the Miners. Once again, you'll see the Warhawk offense take this play clock all the way down. They need 6 yards for a new set of downs. Motion man is Sullivan. Armenta throwing, ball is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Ooh. And it'll be 4th down. Couldn't see who got a paw up there, but somebody did, and it was a big-time stop for the UTEP defense.
Let's take a look at this replay as Aiden Armenta drops in. That ball deflected.
I think by his own man, A.J. Vincent. Did that go off Vincent's helmet? It did.
It did. His right tackle.
And really fortunate that Jaden Wilson didn't come away with an interception. Now if you're the Warhawks, got to try and pin this inside the 10. Unable to do that as it takes a great UTEP bounce all the way back to the 22-yard line. That ball landed at the 11 and took an 11-yard roll the wrong way. 8:35 to play. Don't count UTEP out now. They're down 13. .35 to play in this 4th quarter. ULM leads it 31-18. But ever since that early touchdown in the 3rd quarter for the Warhawks, Miners have swung the momentum here a little bit. They trail now by 13 and still a lot of time on the clock. See if the Miners can go the length of the football field. Try and do so quickly. 3-man rush. Nelson steps up and he's got some room. He'll slide. And he'll get 6 on the play. And up to the line of scrimmage go the Miners quickly.
Here comes that tempo offense.
Let's go, baby!
Snap. Nelson looking, throwing. Good looking catch there. That was Tate on the reception. It is close to a 1st down. They're going to give it to him.
ULM defense in a too-high shell. Good job by Malachi Nelson taking what they give him, hitting the crow route for the 1st down.
Once again, a 3-man rush. Nelson taking a shot to Davis. Davis basically ran out of bounds there. And it's incomplete. The coverage there was good from the Warhawks.
Let's go, Robinson!
I think that was Diarco McAllister 2nd and 10. Nelson over the middle, has Tate again. And you're gonna get a penalty, and this is something that we've seen now from the Warhawks. After the play, can't have this. It's a gain of 8 on the completion, but it's gonna be another 15 yards on the unsportsmanlike penalty there. That is called on Cameron Canterbury.
Something you just can't have happen is losing your composure and costing your team a penalty like this.
I think he had to have, I don't know, yeah, did he throw his shoe
or his glove?
You saw Tate react right away. He knew something was coming. And all of a sudden, the Miners are into Warhawk territory. 1st and 10, over across the middle. Good looking throw there. That completion going to Goins, and Malachi Nelson threw a dart.
Incredible job by Malachi Nelson. A 16-yard dig, put it right between the numbers for the catch. Excellent execution.
Here comes the Warhawks on the blitz, and down goes Nelson. They've been rushing 3 throughout the majority of this second half. That time they come with pressure, and Marcus Ross comes up with the sack.
ULM defense with a much-needed sack there. 1, it keeps the clock running, and 2,
2nd and 17. UTEP has a free play here. Nelson knows it, takes a shot to the end zone. Up top, you're going to get pass interference on this as well. So you had the free play on the offsides, and then the pass interference as Jalen Brown was trying to make a play on the football. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, that was a good decision from Jyron Esther, making sure that Brown didn't come down with that reception.
Yeah, absolutely, Andy. You don't want to give up the touchdown there. Take the penalty.
And as our college football fans know, of course, pass interference, this is only a 15-yarder. This doesn't end up on the 1-yard line, where it ends up being a score regardless, more times than not, like you see in the NFL. So even more so why that's a good decision there from Esther to make sure that Brown didn't come up with the touchdown. It's a 1st down nonetheless for UTEP, 6.5 to play. End around goes to Tate. Tate trying to get the edge, looking for blockers. He's got nowhere to go. Christopher Robinson, as well as Carl Funtroy, coming up with the stop.
Yeah, that was an excellent play by Christopher Robinson, getting outside, making that tackle for loss.
Nelson rolls to his right, got a man in the end zone, perfectly placed ball for the touchdown. And once again, it is Davis with the touchdown from Nelson, 20 yards, and UTEP, just like that, has this down to a 1-score game with 6 minutes to play.
Wanda Mae Davis Jr. out of Ennis High School. I gotta say, Malachi Nelson, when he's out of the pocket rolling out, has been absolute money.
All of a sudden, that 2-point conversion also looks pretty good. Down 6 with 6 to play. UTEP back in this football game. UTEP trailed in this football game 31-7 in the third quarter. They have reeled off 18 unanswered points and now trail just by 6 after the Malachi Nelson touchdown pass to Wanderme Davis Jr. 20 yards on that connection. 8 plays, 77 yards, 2.5 minutes off the game clock, and still a lot of time in this football game. And if you're ULM, I think you got to scrap trying to milk this clock. You got to come up with first downs and move the football.
Yeah, they got to get back to what they were doing in the first half to extend the lead on UTEP. But the Miners are back and their energy is up. Scotty Walden jumping up and down on the sideline has got this crowd going here at the Sun Bowl Stadium.
ULM will take over at their own 25-yard line. This UTEP defense has been excellent since the opening possession of the third quarter. Scotty Walden, yeah, that's the head coach of the Miners on the sidelines, getting this crowd pumped up. Miners looking for another stop. Warhawks looking to find some offense here. We're in for a good finish here from Sun Bowl Stadium. Glad to have you with us. And you got the read option here. Armenta's got a lot of room. He'll slide inbound, so the clock will roll. It's a gain of 7. We have a whistle. I don't see a flag down. I did see an offensive lineman trot off the field. I don't know if there was, okay, a helmet popping off there. So that is the reason for the whistle.
Armenta has been absolutely amazing with that read option and pulling it when he sees it.
Remember, when a quarterback slides, he's marked down where he starts to slide. So while it looked like he got nearly enough for the first down, instead you mark him all the way back at the 32. So it's 2nd and 3 here. Bunch set for the Warhawks. The give goes to McReynolds. McReynolds got some room on the outside. Stiff arms and out across the 45-yard line. Big looking pickup there for McReynolds as he was able to bounce it outside, and it's not only enough for a first down, he gets 10 extra, 13 yards on the pickup for Braylon McReynolds.
McReynolds using that speed to get outside, and what an open field tackle. Touchdown saving by Justin Content for this Miner defense, but great run.
You're right.
By Braylon McReynolds.
McReynolds had nothing but open space if it wasn't for Content. Inside 5 minutes to play now. A 1st and 10 for the Warhawks. McReynolds, a couple of yards will push him over the 100-yard mark. He has the carry, jump cut, and is able to get 3. In fact, he is over 100 yards now with that carry. 17 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown for Braylon McReynolds as he'll come off for a quick breather here. As we approach the 4-minute mark, and now this is what ULM was looking for their last 2 or 3 possessions. You start putting together some first downs. All of a sudden, when you get some first downs, you're actually able to take time off the clock as we're under 4 minutes to play. 2 on the play clock, though, and the Warhawks, let's see if they use a timeout or if it's a delayed game. It's a delayed game. And here's why. ULM is out of timeouts. That penalty is a killer. You go from 2nd and 7 now to 2nd and 12. And that completely changes what you do here on 2nd down. Let's see what Head coach Brian Vincent and the Warhawks draw up here. 2nd and 12. Also interesting to see when UTEP decides to start taking their remaining 2 timeouts. Crowd is into it here at Sun Bowl Stadium. Armenta looking for the quick hitter, got the completion, and close to a first down as that goes to Tyler Griffin. Be about 4, call it 3 yards short of that first down. 3rd and 3 in what is the biggest play of this football game.
Aiden Armenta out of the ball game with this personnel change. Looks like Hunter Herring in. So maybe look for a QB lead or QB ISO from the big quarterback. Remember, Herring 6'5", 230.
A lot of offensive linemen into the football game. Here goes Herring trying to bounce it outside. He's met in the backfield. Jaden Wilson, the stop for the Miners. And UTEP's defense holds strong. And a timeout here from the Miners. 2:36 to play.
What a stop. What a play by this defense. Middle linebacker Jaden Wilson, the El Paso native, coming upfield. Herring had nowhere to go. Big, big play by this Orange Swarm defense. Bobby Daly has to be excited about that. Scotty Walden, you know, is excited about that play.
I'm looking at the ULM sideline only because I don't see the punting unit out there. I mean, this would be a call to go for it 4th and 5 at midfield. And now they do. They are going to send the punting unit out. Well, the UTEP defense did its part. They're going to give the offense not only time to work with, but an opportunity to win this football game.
Andy Morgan, we have a ball game.
Yeah. Punt is away. Willis is back deep. Waves for the fair catch. It's going to land in the end zone. And that will be a touchback. And for the UTEP offense, 18 unanswered points. Malachi Nelson has been excellent in this game. He's hooked up with Tate as well as Davis. Both of those guys are over 100 yards receiving in this game. And if you're a quarterback at the collegiate level, this right here, this is the opportunity that you live for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been impressed with Malachi Nelson's play this entire game. The difference these last couple of touchdowns has been the execution and the receivers making those catches downfield.
80 yards in front of them, 2:32 to work with, 1 timeout for the Miners. Nelson, back to pass. ULM rushes 3. Touch pass here and nearly coming up with the completion. That was Willis. Everyone in the stadium holding their breath on that throw. That was a 50-50 ball.
A little contact there. That was a deep corner route. As we look at the replay, incidental contact. Good no call by the referees.
Another ball that, I mean, it was a tough grab, but another one that I think if you ask Eric Willis after the game that probably feels like could have come down with. 2nd and 10. Nelson back to pass, over the middle, and Tate able to handle it. And that'll be 3rd and 10. And after all the success UTEP has had on offense, all of a sudden, now you got the nerves to work with just 2 downs to work with.
We talked about Malachi Nelson, his temperament with Coach Scotty Walden, and he said he's even killed. He's Q for this type of situation to come up with a big play to keep the chain alive and keep this game alive for the Miners.
3rd and 10. Nelson taking a shot, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Warhawks, and that is going to do it. sealing this game for the Warhawks. And certainly after all of that, not how the Miners want to go out. And for Leonard Harris, he seals the deal for the Warhawks. Now you do have the 2-minute timeout as well as a timeout for UTEP, so ULM's still going to have to get a first down to really ice this, but even if the UTEP Miners able to get the football back, they're going to have nearly no time left, possibly down by 2 scores, or possibly a lot of field to work with.
Excellent field position for the Warhawks.
If you're Zach Palmer-Smith, the biggest thing there is just hold on to the football.
Ball security, ball security, ball security. Stay in bounds. These are things that Bryant Vincent's telling his offensive unit.
A timeout UTEP, so they use it on this side of the 2-minute timeout. So best case scenario here for the Miners. You get a stop here on 2nd down. That would take us to the 2-minute timeout. You get a stop on 3rd down. That would take you to just a little over a minute left on a 4th down. And at that point, you're hoping the Warhawks miss a field goal and you got maybe a minute, a little less to work with. Everything's got to go right here for the Miners, and if you're the Warhawks, you need 6 yards. The give here to Palmer-Smith, and he's going to be close to a first down, as that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. 31-25, ULM leads it with the 3rd down coming up on the other end, trying to seal the deal here at Sun Bowl Stadium. Minutes to play here in the football game. ULM leading UTEP 31-25 with the football, staring at a 3rd and 2. Hunter Herring into the game for the Warhawks. I would say there is less than a 2% chance that the Warhawks put this football in the air. An opportunity to run another 40 seconds off of it if they're not able to convert on this 3rd and 2.
Braylon McReynolds back in the backfield.
Well, this is your football game. McReynolds motions out of the backfield. It's Herring on the give. He is stopped in his tracks. So another third down stop for the Miners, and there is still a pulse. So now we go through that best case scenario here for the Miners, right? You take this down to about 1:15. Now here's the thing for ULM, no timeouts remaining. So they're gonna have to kick this field goal right at the snap, but they got the offense still out there. And you have now Landon Graves in at quarterback. I think you're gonna get ULM here trying to draw UTEP off sides. We'll see what they do. They do snap it, they do go for it, and unable to come up with it. An interesting play call there. Coming from the Warhawks, I am astounded.
They fake the bubble screen there, and it's a QB run.
New
That's
life
a head
for the
scratcher.
Miners here.
That's a head scratcher, Andy.
Well, I mean, here's also the heads. Landon Graves, who we haven't seen in the football game at all today, as opposed to Aiden Armenta or Hunter Herring. I'm not sure if you just don't trust Luke Stagg to kick the field goal from that spot. I mean, from that spot, looking at what? 42-yarder? He made a 45-yarder earlier in the game. Miners have new life with Malachi Nelson back to pass, looking, throwing, got the completion. Middle of the field, that is Tate. Give him 8 on the play, set up 2nd and 2 with the clock rolling here.
This 2-minute offense plays right into what Malachi Nelson in this offense is used to.
Good looking break up there. And you got a near personal foul penalty, and I think you might, there is a flag down? No flag. Good play here to break up the pass. As that was Perkins McAllister, but oh man, Davis another drop. He's been excellent in this 4th quarter. Needed that for the first down, unable to haul it in. 47 seconds now in a 4th and 3. What do you call here, Ed?
I don't know, Andy. It's I can't get over these drops that we've had on this play, but obviously got to keep the drive alive.
4th and 3. We'll see maybe if they get Nelson out of the pocket. He's been dangerous on the run. Nelson looking, throwing, has the completion, met immediately, but the completion there going to Davis. Good bounce back catch for him. 41 seconds though, Miners got to go. And at some point you need a chunk play here if you're UTEP. Nelson has the snap, ULM rushes 3. Back to pass as Nelson hit as he throw, and it's gonna be intercepted, and that will officially put this one to bed. Rico, actually take that back. The interception there coming from David Gotze Jr. And that is going to do it. Nelson pressured on that play, and I think that's what threw him off.
Yeah, this ULM defensive front putting pressure on Malachi, frazzling him, forcing him to make an errant throw, and they were there for the interception to seal this game.
UTEP fans head for the exits as both head coaches will now head to midfield to shake hands. Certainly a second half effort here from the Miners. They scored the last 18 points of this football game, but they're going to come up 6 points short. They certainly had opportunities at the end of the game, not one possession, but 2 possessions inside 3 minutes. And 2 costly turnovers at the end of this one. is what seals the deal. Louisiana-Monroe improving to 2-1 on the season. The Miners go to 1-3 on the year. When we return, we'll put a bow on this one. Again, final score here from Sun Bowl Stadium. The Warhawks 31, the Miners 25. (31-25) our final here at Sun Bowl Stadium as Louisiana-Monroe get out of this one with a win. I'll tell you what, this game was 31-7 at some point in the third quarter. I know this wasn't the way that Bryant Vincent wanted to finish this game with his football team, but hey, they're 2-1 nonetheless.
Yeah, I think he walks out of Sun Bowl Stadium with a big smile on his face. His quarterback play in Aiden Armenta was tremendous. He did a tremendous job tonight leading that offense, getting them downfield, and getting the points on the board that they needed.
And certainly, if you're head coach Scotty Walden and this UTEP Miners team, you like what you saw in this third and fourth quarter. You score 18 unanswered points, but just one of those situations, just too little, too late, and a lot of mistakes at the end of the football game that really cost the Miners.
Yeah, you know, Scotty Walden wanted to come in and trust Malachi Nelson that he could have the explosive plays. Malachi Nelson, for the most part, Andy, played really well. It was the poor execution, the too many drop passes, as we see ULM and Buckhalter here, who had a tremendous game. So many guys on this ULM Warhawk team stepped up to make plays to get the victory.
Over 400 yards of total offense for the Miners, nearly 400 yards of total offense for the Warhawks. This Malachi Nelson throws for over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. To blame him on those 2 interceptions in the 2-minute office, just trying to make any type of play that he could at the end of the game, as that was an 18-point unanswered. But the 2 interceptions at the end of the game ended up being the difference in this one. One more time, our final from Sun Bowl Stadium, 31-25. Louisiana-Monroe comes out of El Paso, Texas with the win. For Ed Stansberry, Paige Wood, and our entire crew here on ESPN+, I'm Andy Morgan saying so long from El Paso.